Pete's over here. It's fine. We can block him here.
Can you see this chat nice and deep?
I can see that chat real nice.
Look at that chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We are live. I got to wear the headset, but I don't want to put it. Why am I wearing the stupid beanie?
Riz did win. You did win the Masters. I just want to get that out there.
I did win the Masters, in case anyone was wondering. The green screen's really, I didn't think of that. I kind of thought of it.
It's not as bad. I mean, it matches the whole Green Bay grossness, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to put this headset on, but I want to eat my pizza. All right, chat, we're here. Let us know how we sound. Pete, a little test.
Aura. Someone thinks you have aura.
Aura.
Wait, Pete, test it. I can't hear you.
Testing it.
Okay.
We're testing it.
Can you guys hear Pete? How do we sound? Any, just help us out a little bit.
How cute are we?
How cute are we? Pete, are you ready for Cam to be in Nashville? You can't see the chat. That's the problem.
Oh, I'm ready. I just pulled it up. I pulled up
Can't
the
hear
stream
Pete right
on
now.
my monitor.
All right, so you have the chat.
Draft starting soon. We devour this pizza.
Your audio's a little low.
Well, yeah, mine's low because I don't have my headset on yet,
All
but
right.
I'm using this for now.
All right, guys, you need a. It's all right.
Tighten up, baby.
Daniel likes the
Tighten
jacket.
up.
Oh my God.
What happened? What happened?
Nothing. These people are funny, man.
What did they say?
This guy, I don't know what this means, but he says that chain about to make me act up. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, I'm gonna be right back.
That might
I'm
be
gonna
a
right
weird
back.
thing. I'm not sure.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Mm-hmm.
Pete remote. Pete is remote.
Pete is a remote
Pizza.
pizza.
Love the graphics. Yeah, I decided to make that today. Graphics guy decided to make that today. Something a little extra. We do have the draft ready right there. What's so funny?
Looking like Tommy Cutlet's brother.
Tommy Cutlets. Something about Junior.
What? Oh no.
Junior can show us. Oh, can you show us your titties?
You want to see my chest? No. I can't really pull them all out, but they're there. Let's just say everything. I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here? They're all over. I can't help myself. I got the wise guy look tonight.
Who?
You? What do you mean? Look at your slick back. Are you kidding me? They're talking about you.
The slick back's not going to last long. It's not gel or anything either.
What's the draft night food? Pizza.
My hair's been absolutely ridiculous lately. So what I did was I got it wet, put a beanie on for a little bit, holds it down. Otherwise, it's a curly mess, and it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
People always think I'm looking like a mob boss.
Yeah. Amon, this kid's been MIA forever. Well, I guess he was always active in the live streams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Junior's got a 1985 Bears sweat jacket.
Not really. This is just a little quarter zip action. Nothing crazy. Got the orange under. A little. It's not Bears orange, but it's orange. Don't touch his pizza. Yeah, that's right. We got 2 different pizzas here. Don't worry.
You got a lot.
I know. I'm waiting to use.
Should I have got you the smaller one?
Isn't this a small?
That's 12 inch. This is 10 inch.
Okay, I probably could have done it 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to eat a lot of this. It's going to be a problem tomorrow morning, but that's all right.
Where's Soprano? The
Worry
hair's
about
not
it,
going to last like this. People in the comments always think I do something to my hair like special. Like I don't do that.
Dream pick for the Bears. Oof. It's
Who you
tough. It's tough because, like, obviously, as Bears fan and anybody, you want the glamour picks. You want your running backs, your tight ends. All that stuff is like the wow picks. I can't be upset with an O lineman. I can't. I mean, D-line, it would really have to be someone that's worthy of that pick. But I don't know. I'm going to just – who I want and who I think they'll get is probably 2 different answers. I kind of want the glamour picks. I want your
Really
Gentry or
disappointed
Warren.
in the jacket being see-through.
It's
Really.
all right. You're translucent right now.
Swap it out.
Oh, you need a ponytail. We're almost there. Can the Browns ever just do the simple thing? What is the simple
There
thing
is.
for
The
the
simple
Browns?
thing is take the damn best player in the draft. Oh, there's JP.
Oh,
There
what a
it is.
beast.
JP.
There it is.
JP.
What a
beast.
JP. JP.
Get him
Oh.
in here.
There he is.
What a beast. Oh,
Yeah.
Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels.
We watched the draft. We watched the draft.
I can't hear
Yeah.
you, so you might have to translate.
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
baby's
watch
not
the
talking.
draft.
We don't need a
Did
trans.
JP say anything? No.
You know, JP's not saying anything.
Yeah.
What a boy.
Yeah. He's got Titans blue on.
That's right.
He's got Titans blue on.
I'll put the headset on a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Baby goat.
Did he pick Cam Ward? Does he want Cam Ward? Is that his pick?
I have to look over here to
That's
see
his pick.
the baby in case anyone was figuring
That's
that
his
out.
pick. His pick's Cam Ward.
Wow.
I only ate one
He's good
piece,
luck.
it takes me forever to eat.
Baby goat.
JP's good luck.
We got baby goat in the chat.
JP should have this.
He should.
What?
Why do you have that and he doesn't?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, look at it's the goat.
What time is up? We got 3 minutes.
Wow. What a beast. Look at this guy.
We can show the picks when they happen. I mean, could I just keep this up the whole time?
You sticking that tongue out? You sticking that tongue out?
Quite the view of Rappaport there.
Rapport's got a giant nose. And I mean, it's
What
giant.
What draft?
I never thought that, but
Yeah.
it's looking pretty beefy right now.
Someone asked what draft he'll be in. JP will be in.
Look at JP.
He'll be in the. He'll be in the
You
2047
guys hear the TV? Like,
NFL draft.
what happened?
Pete just said that JP's going to be in the 2047. Love it.
Yep.
Yeah,
How do we look like hockey players?
he's watching. He's like, "What's going on?"
These hockey players do their hair like this. Mine's not. It's not going to stay like this.
You
so.
still look like you kind of, yeah. You
You like the
He's
background
sticking
noise?
out. He's
We
sticking
like
out
that?
of his. Just
They
his.
turned monetization
Whimsy.
up, so we
Yeah.
should be all right.
Watches. We watched the draft.
this might be background noise too much here.
Yeah, I think it was too. Somebody said they liked it.
Yeah, but that might be. It might just muzzle us out, or vice versa.
You slid
Love
back.
it, right?
There's no fucking gel in there. I don't.
Yeah.
JP,
Yeah, move
we got
those
in the
arms.
chat. We got JP gets to watch the Cam Ward glory days growing up.
Love it. He gets to watch.
Beast.
Oh no, no, I'll be upset.
Look at what we added down here. The
He gets,
biggest
he gets to
needs
watch
for
the
each
glory
team.
days, the Cam Ward glory days
Beautiful
growing up.
stuff. Ravens don't have a ton of needs. Huge needs.
No, no upset. No upset. No.
Lions are
upset.
an edge away. Staying healthy, edge away.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Super Bowl. Commanders need some defense. Let's be honest. They need some defense. Bills need, some defense. They need some defense. What do I think of the whole James Cook situation going on with the Bills? Man, he wants a lot of money. He was so good last year. He's just getting going, but can the Bills afford? They paid a lot of guys. Can they afford to pay a running back? Ray Davis looked legit to me. I don't need to see any more from Ray Davis. I think he can take over, be the number one back. But obviously you want James Cook, but if he demands $15 million per year, I don't know if the Bills can do it. I don't know.
Riz or Rory, pick one. It's tough.
Well, I pick myself. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously. I think we all do here.
Rory tried to choke again.
He tried.
This pizza's fucking phenomenal, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The Denver Broncos are making an aggressive push up into the top 10. Per Diana Rossini. Top 10.
You guys watching? Which one do you have on TV?
I think this is NFL Network.
NFL Network. I got ESPN. They're just showing Shador Sanders, and it's just a couch with nobody there.
Broncos
Like,
going for McMillan,
There's my boy.
maybe.
What is Pete? What does that mean?
what does that even
What
mean?
does that mean?
What is Pete?
I know you
What
said the
does that
slick back is going to go, but they love it.
I can't help it. It's gonna start.
They love it.
Richarlison.
So what's the how long until we actually get the Titans on the clock? Let's say it's 7:02 now. How long till the Titans are actually like when they read this pick? How long is it going to take?
Oh,
I don't think we get it before 7:30,
probably not.
which is wild.
Take your time. Take your time. I'm eating.
Oh my lord, that scared me.
Is it loud?
Yeah,
Nice.
that scared me.
Julian Serta, $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you. Clap it up for him. I got pizza in my hand. Clap it up.
Clap up.
JP loves it. I can't see
He loves
JP's.
it.
Okay. Chances,
He's sleep. He's
chances
getting
on Niners
sleepy.
going Membu or Campbell if available, even trading up. What are your thoughts on the Niners? How do you think they draft? I don't think Campbell's going to be doable. Membu, if he starts to slide, maybe they look to trade up, be a good fit at right tackle. Maybe he slides to them. I doubt it, but it's possible. There's a lot of good fits for the Niners in this draft. If they stay put at 11, there's going to be somebody that really fits them perfectly. If you're looking offensive tackle, Josh Simmons is a great fit. Perfect fit. He's just coming off that injury, but he could end up being the best tackle in this class. I think Walter Nolan's a great fit. He's actually my number one defensive tackle. I think he's got a lot of upside. Former top recruit. Shamar Stewart's a great fit. I know like Michael
Oh, my
Williams. Even though
Lord.
that's a little early for me for Michael Williams, but stay put. There's a lot of really good players and really good fits that should be available at 11, but I could see them going for Membu for sure. Yeah,
What a dork.
I don't know what Roger's doing.
What a dork.
I appreciate you for your donation. Really appreciate it.
Will Wayne up there.
Oh, they're all coming in on bikes. Oh, is this because they ride bikes to the practice facility or something like that?
Is that Lil Wayne?
Yeah, that's what Pete.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear Pete. Pete just said Lil Wayne's up there.
Am I ahead of you guys? Am I ahead of you guys on the?
You're watching ESPN, so you're probably getting it a little different.
I got that YouTube TV.
What about ABC? Last year Nick Saban was on ABC. I didn't even know it.
I don't want to see Nick Saban.
I don't think he's on this year, but I love Nick Saban.
Oilers guy booing Roger. That's what we like to see.
Here we go, folks.
Yep.
Should I just leave that up there? Are we going to get shit canned from YouTube?
Probably.
I had monetization off.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Green Bay.
Gosh, this guy. I hate this guy.
AP thinks this is a snooze fest, Roger. Come on.
Let's see. You ready for this? Wait for it. Wait for it. Say it, Roger. Say it. Oh my God! I thought you were gonna say the Titans are on the clock.
No, they got to do this whole
All right,
thing.
chat. Who's your team? Who do you want? Who's your daddy? What does he do?
And what do you love most about Pete?
And what do you love most about Pete? Probably JP. Look at him right there.
Well, I'm getting blocked.
Put it anywhere. Who's your team? Who do you want? I'm just curious if the Browns are going to trade number 2. Give us some feedback. How do we sound compared to the TV sound in the background? We can turn it up when he's making the selections as well. We'll definitely blast it.
He called him Little Wayne.
That's a Roger.
Little
Wayne.
Wayne. Little.
Marcus Mariota.
He doesn't know how to say names very good. What is Clay Matthews yelling about?
Oh, wow. That's rude.
Bears still suck.
That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. Coming from a man with a ponytail, that's rude.
I remember when Nashville hosted the draft, like them bringing up players and doing this whole entire thing. Like now, that's the new thing now.
Michael's
Is,
Vinny look.
2 Utes.
The 2 Utes.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh.
we're on the clock. We're on the clock. Oh yeah.
The Tennessee Titans are on the clock,
Oh, I
ladies
like the
and
little
gentlemen.
glimmer that thing had.
Yeah, it's going to keep glimmering.
Okay. Hey, Pete, congratulations. You're on the clock, Pete.
Titans are on the clock, Pete. How we feeling?
Feeling good. Waiting for the name to be called that we all know.
We all
Ready
know.
to start the era.
There's your boy, Pete. There he is.
Yeah.
How's JP feeling, though?
He's excited. He's half asleep right now.
Oh,
He was excited.
I just tried to eat the
when I was
pizza
talking.
with my.
Oh, there we go. He's up. He was excited this morning when I was talking to him about the draft and Cam Ward. He was getting all excited. He was smiling. He's
He
ready
knows.
to go.
He knows. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything in your war room there.
Man, I'm going to have to take the green jacket off. It's
Why?
crazy. Look at it.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, look at that big board on the bottom.
Clean.
They're excited. Borgonzi's on the phone with somebody.
God damn, why is it a green screen picking up the green? Who would have thought?
Oh, there he is.
Bengals could go
There.
edge. Oh, Eggnoggin donated $4.99. I'm repping myself for the crash out when we take Nick Scorton or something instead of O-line. All right.
Let's go.
Seahawks going Nick Scorton or something. Per Eggnoggin.
Is that Buddy Hield?
Getting excited.
Appreciate the donation of $4.99. Let's clap it up.
No, not Shador. We don't want to look at Shador. We don't want to watch Shador highlights. Yeah, look at JP's getting all fussy. They're showing Shador highlights. What are we doing?
We got Travis Hunter highlights right now.
Really
What are we
appreciate the
doing?
donation. How do I fix the fucking jacket?
You don't wear something green on a green screen?
I got a blue one. So I can get it.
Is it close?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, go get the blue one. You didn't win the Masters. There you go. All right.
Let me finish eating first.
Yeah, all right.
Let me finish eating.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna finish eating.
Nice try, Gavin. Pete, it's Jalen Milrow.
Yeah, what?
Just imagine. They're showing Shador highlights. Imagine if it was just Sanders.
Bashawn McCoy said that. Or he's on Sanders.
Yeah.
I think Pete ends the stream if that happens.
Oh,
Pete, if it's not Cam Ward, Pete,
Look at JP.
who is it?
he's upset right now because they're showing Sanders highlights over here.
But if it's not Cam Ward, Pete, give me something. Oh my God.
I mean, I would go with Travis Hunter then.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! $20.
Well, what a beast.
Milk? No.
Milkman, I think it is.
Milkman.
2K11.
Mill 2K11.
$20 donation.
Wow.
The animal. Begging the Raiders don't screw up 6. It's been a rough 20+ years. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm really sorry. They might screw it up.
Probably.
Some rumors about Calvin Banks. He's going to be a really solid tackle, but it just feels early. You know, I guess if he's good, then he's good. But I still think Genty. I'm gonna be insist on Genty, but a lot of people think he's going 5. We'll see. My mic's far away because I'm eating. The mic's up here,
There
right
he
here,
is.
and right here.
There he is, JP.
We're gonna get there. I know. I'm sorry. I'm eating a little late here, but the Titans. We know they're gonna take Cam Ward. Field Yates should have shaved.
I mean, he's got a nice do going on right now.
The flow's looking good
Yeah.
for Field Yates right here. Look at him.
Wow.
I'm gonna finish eating real quick.
Then you're going to jersey swap.
Jersey swap.
Pete, we need some we need some what if it's not Cam Ward and Travis Hunter? What if it's neither of them? I don't think Peter Pablo's here.
No.
He's talking, but I don't. Pete, can you hear me? I don't think Pete can hear us.
Pete, you can't hear us? Pete?
I can't. Sorry.
Oh.
I was on
Pete!
mute because JP was fussing.
Oh,
I saw the pic on my phone. We're not gonna spoil it.
you did?
Yeah.
Are you guys on ESPN?
Yeah. No. What
You
are
see-
we? Yeah, we are now.
ABC?
Yeah. You see Cam right now?
No.
No.
No? Am I ahead of you guys?
We were on ABC.
Oh, it's not the same as ESPN. I thought it was the same.
It's not.
Oh.
Julian Serta donated again $1.99. Appreciate you very much. Big bite for the people.
Give him the big bite. Give him the big bite. Nice. The pick is in. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
I better wrap it up here. Come on.
I think I'm wrapped up here. I'm gonna close this box. That's a good amount of leftovers right there.
Here he comes. Here comes Roger.
Roger.
No, here comes Roger. It's okay. He's
Roger.
coming. He's coming.
Is he?
I don't know what stream Pete has
Yeah,
on.
Pete's ahead of us, so you better not spoil
Wait.
the shit.
Way ahead. All
You
right.
wait for us to react, Pete.
There we go.
Bam, bam.
Here we go, folks.
They already announced it on my end.
Whoa!
There he is.
boy.
Hey,
Second
we
pick was
got
traded.
him. We got him,
What's up?
JP.
Yeah.
There he is. We did it.
Jags?
We
I don't
got
know. I
him.
know that it just got.
Yay!
Congratulations, Peter.
Yay! Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Titans have selected Cam Ward.
Yay!
Browns have traded this pick.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
To who?
Okay.
Jaguars.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Per who?
Schefter.
Is that real, Schefter?
Yeah, this is from the ESPN app.
Yep. The Jags are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we got ourselves a trade. The Browns.
Good.
What did they give up? They're gonna show it. What is Schefter wearing?
They're just ruining Cam Ward's moment right now.
No, he's still having it, Pete. He's still having it.
Adam Schefter's over here just yelling, "The Jags, Gladstone, whatever the frick their stupid GM's name is."
Joey Gladstone from Full House.
Yeah. Look at that jersey.
What are the trade? This is crazy. Jags are going up to number 2. The Browns are passing on the best player in the draft, Travis Hunter. Generational talent. Wow. I'm burping pizza. The Jags got to be taking Travis Hunter. They got to be. Wow. This is crazy. Already a splash move. The Jags made it. They did it. They're on the clock. All right, let's back up. Titans took Cam Ward. Let me tell you something about Cam Ward here. Everybody knew the pick was going to happen. Everyone knows he's got big playability. He can escape pressure. Let me tell you something that not enough people are talking about. And if you watch my videos, I've said it. The best thing about Cam Ward is he brings a different energy to a team. He ups the energy for a team. He instantly makes them a winner. That's what the Tennessee Titans needed, because wherever he went, he instantly made that team better. And Miami was almost dysfunctional before he got there, and he just instantly makes them into a winning program. So some quarterbacks just have that, some don't. So he's got that. He's a good leader. He's got that swagger. He can win football games. He's got to tone down the hero ball a little bit. Obviously, there's going to be some bad interceptions, and he does need some time. So it looks like the Titans improve their offensive line. Let's hope so. Because he wants to have a little bit of time to operate, but we will see.
When are we going to get these details?
I don't want to look at my phone because it's going to spoil it.
Yeah, don't look. Yeah, but Travis Hunter, what do you do with a guy like that? What do you do?
What's the details?
We'll get him.
Touchdown!
Oh, my God.
Christian G, $1.99. We watch it on ESPN or NFL Network. I have ESPN right now.
Louis Riddick's the man.
I think the NFL Network guys have a little bit more knowledge, though. But I like the graphics for ESPN. Cam Ward being interviewed on NFL Network, Pete. Cam Ward being interviewed on NFL Network.
Oh, we got to go over there.
Oh, we got the Spartan helmet. All right.
Sparty.
Oh, we got a Tannehill jersey. Ooh.
Woo!
Come on. How long does this pick need to take? You trade up. You know who you're taking.
I don't like wearing the headset.
Well, don't wear it.
Now I look like some weird DJ.
Get it. Get it, Pete. Get it. Get it, Pete. Nice. Yeah, make sure you keep that plate up there.
I'm
don't make a
refusing
mess.
to look at my phone because I don't want to see spoilers, but...
No, don't look at it. Pete's ahead of us, so Pete's going to actually play spoiler today. Oh, pick is in. Ooh, it's definitely Travis Hunter, right? It's got to be.
Riz looks like he's replacing Cam in Miami. That's what I was going for. Oh, we got a donation. Mike McLaughlin, $4.99. Bring back Riz and Junior News this year. Pete can be the reporter in the field. What about JP being there? Where did JP go? He's gone? Big Dog had to eat, I guess, so yep. JP had to get lost. I appreciate the donation. We do love the news. They didn't get a lot of views. They got copyrighted once, yep. But we have a blast because
we got sued by Robbie Anderson.
But We just jump in and improvise the whole thing. That's the best part.
All right, this is what we're gonna need, Pete. We're gonna need prediction out of you.
I'm gonna go get the.
At
Miss it? Am I gonna miss it?
I'll yell it. At age 18, when JP is 18, how tall to the inch is he gonna be? Make a prediction right now. Oh, you're chewing. This is a bad time to ask.
How tall
Yeah.
he's gonna be?
Yeah, on the nose. I want to hear it.
He's tall right now.
I'm gonna set the over/under for JP's height, and you could take over/under. Over/under for JP's height is going to be
Blue suit,
5.
jersey swap.
5'9".
We're matching. We're
Think that's fair, or is that high?
I think he's gonna
Why
be.
didn't they put the trade details on the screen? I don't want to
I
look
think
at
he's
my
gonna be
phone,
like me.
so somebody's got to tell me what the trade
Oh.
details were.
I'm thinking 6'2", 6'3".
Oh, beast.
Eric Armstead.
Juicing up?
Yeah,
You're
got
juicing.
some caffeine in there.
While we are here tonight to celebrate the 32 young men entering the NFL, I'm honored to take a moment to recognize a player who's made a profound impact on and off the field. The Walter Payton NFL
All right. All right, Roger. The Jags pulled it off, something crazy, and we're waiting for the pick. And Roger is, I mean, it's not nonsense.
This could be the first. Never mind. I shouldn't say it.
Don't say
I
it.
shouldn't say it.
Say it.
I shouldn't say it. This is not
What video,
monetized,
was
right?
that
I can say
last
it.
year, or
I
was
can
that
say it,
this
right?
year?
We might have an NFL first year.
There was an ending of a video where you're like, am I any more zingers? Never mind. I'm like, say it. I've been having explosive or bloody. I had to forget what it was.
It's not that.
Duval.
Shut up. Hey, there's the details.
Jaguars get second pick, 140th, 200. Browns get fifth, 36. Oh shit. Oh shit. Browns got a lot. Browns get 36 and a 2026 first.
Ow.
That's a lot.
No, thank you.
Swapped like fourths or fifths.
This is Abdul.
The Cleveland Browns have traded the second pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And with the second pick in the 2025 NFL draft,
What?
Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis.
Oh,
Wow.
the Jags pulled it off. They get the best player in the draft, but they gave up a first-round pick and more, a second round this year too. So, man, it's risky. You get a generational prospect. But it is risky because you go the first round next year and then more. But if Trevor Lawrence gets hurt again, that pick's going to be pretty good next year. It's going to be pretty good.
I mean, that's the first
Green suit.
first bisexual ever taken an NFL draft. He plays both ways.
And he's wearing a pink jacket. He's pumped. I mean, that's a win for Travis Hunter. Big winner on the day. Travis Hunter, you get to go. Your quarterback is Trevor Lawrence instead of whatever the Brown situation
Rub down
is.
Watson.
Rub down Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett had the greatest play of all time last year. Remember that? Where he he held out of the ball like too long. And he held, what was that? And he like
Oh,
fell.
yeah. And he, spiked
That was the
it.
greatest
That was
play
the
ever.
greatest play I've ever seen in my life. Dylan Lewis donated $4.99 through Super Chad, the absolute best, most hardworking NFL. Oh my God. The NFL. What's
You
Contact
got to
trainer.
finish the other one first. Finish this because this guy gave us the donation.
love you, man. Now say something nice about my Saint Dylan. I appreciate the donation. I appreciate those kind words even more. Working my ass off out here. I really appreciate it. Say something else about my Saints. you got a bright future. You're finally out of a hole cap-wise. Maybe not even next year, but it's coming. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Kellen Moore just won a Super Bowl. He's feeling frisky. He's going to build that offensive lineup. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see if the classic Mickey Loomis, they take one of those lengthy edge rushers. We'll see. Well, they're almost on the board. We'll hopefully say more nice things. I don't want them to take Mykel Williams. I think it's a little early. He's going to help them stop the run. He's lengthy. There's some other better options there, but I really appreciate you. What else could I say about the Saints? What else could I say?
Great colors.
Yeah,
Black
just
and gold's
pretty
pretty dope.
simple.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. I like those alternate helmets where they have like the design and the
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I'll say this too. Like everyone always, I'm a Vikings fan. Everyone always talks about like how the Vikings beat the Saints and they beat them in the Minneapolis Miracle. But I think the Saints actually bested the Vikings. You go back to the year that the Saints won the Super Bowl. They beat the Vikings in overtime and was it the NFC Championship game. So that the Vikings didn't win the Super Bowl when they bested or embarrassed or upset the Saints. So I don't think that even matters really. So I think the Saints get the edge. Tyler Fitzgerald donated $1.99. A little late here. I thank you very much. No Bears trade now. Browns go Genty. Oh yeah, what did the Browns do? I've heard I could see Genty. I could see Mason Graham, but watch out for offensive tackle. They need a left tackle. Kelvin Banks is super high on people's boards. It sounds like, but I forgot to switch the thing.
I mean, this one is tough. Cashmere Black donated $1.99. Quick clap it up for him.
Giants,
Quick. Cashmere Black.
Cashmere Black donated $1.99. Did the Browns fleece the Jags in your opinion?
That's tough. Until we know what the Browns do, it's like the Bears Panthers trade.
No, I mean in terms of value. If this was accurate, was this accurate up here? I don't want to look at my phone. So
definitely passed
is
it.
it accurate that the
Pick is in already. Wow.
Giants pick is in? Hopefully they don't get in trouble. I'm just keeping that up on screen. We're not monetized. If you consult the value chart, let's see. Which is a thing. Fuck.
What?
Oh, there it is. All right, so you see here, Cleveland had the second pick, 2,600 points. Jags 1,700, so it's like a 1,000 difference. So that tells me a future first-round pick, and that's risky for the Jags because that could be a good pick next year. I think they'll be sneaky good. Maybe they get in the playoffs.
If
Trevor
healthy.
Lawrence has to stay healthy,
Yep.
but it's a better team than people think. Got a pretty good coach, but it's that what is an even trade is a future first-round pick. And then maybe something small. But that's an even trade. Remember, teams going up in the draft always have to give up. They always do. And they always have to give up more value. So it's going to be you could expect it to be a first-round pick and more. But what is it, a first round and a second? But I think the Jags get something back too. So, man.
And it was
The
what?
Browns
What did they
did-
have? 5?
what-
They went
what-
5-2. Yeah, 5-2.
Yeah. We'll put it this way. There's my big board. That's available for everyone. Go to Twitter. I think there's a link in the description of this as well. Giants are on the clock. Let's put it this way. The Browns did well. The Browns got more than even value, which the team that has the better pick and trading it away, they should get a little bit more than even value. I feel like they got more than a little bit more than the even value. So, Giants selection is in. It's got to be Abdul Carter.
Yeah, did you see that guy just do a swim move in there?
Oh.
The New York Giants select
Abdul
Yep.
Carter.
There he is.
All right. Giants, maybe we're tempted to go quarterback. They did a lot of work on Shedeur Sanders. They hold off. They take just a better player over need, and I give them props for that. It's what they should do. It's what they should do there. So it would have been too desperate to go with Shedeur Sanders there. Not worth the pick at all. Abdul Carter is my number 2 prospect in the class, and it's close. I mean, Travis Hunter, to me, that's a star receiver first, but a star corner as well. You just don't see players like him. If there is a knock on Carter, you wish he was a little more physical versus the run against, more physical offensive tackles, but that it's a ball player right there. When he showed up against Notre Dame in that playoff game, and we're talking about Notre Dame's offensive tackles, their pass protection, They did pretty well. Yeah, the next week, how well they did against Jack Sawyer. They held Jack Sawyer down. I know Abdul Carter's way better than him. But what he did with a bum shoulder against those good offensive tackles, just ridiculous. The impact that he makes. So this is an elite player. Giants get him. Let's switch this up. The Patriots are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Graphics guy went all out this year.
Mr. Unlimited.
The picture on Pete's pretty quality. Usually it's not that quality. It's looking pretty good. You're looking good, Pete. You're looking good.
Look like $1 million.
I can't hear you because I don't like wearing the headset, but Junior can hear you.
Yeah, I can, if you got anything you want me to read later.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't repeat that, Pete. He didn't say anything. I'm just kidding. This big of a party for Abdul? No one's happy.
The Giants have Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Gavon Thibodeau. And the inside, they have Sexy Dexy Lawrence, one of the elite players.
That's a D line.
It's a D line. Thibodeau's been underwhelming. I know he has talent in him. I think with him is staying fully healthy, but is the want there? Does that guy love football? That's kind of the concern. Gavon, is he getting traded for what? Yeah, I wonder if he could get traded by the deadline or maybe soon.
Do you know what?
Deadline November.
His whole thing his career went sideways ever since remember when he was like doing the snow angels next to the guy he just like knocked out?
I don't remember that.
He like knocked out a quarterback and he was like having like that
maybe,
Tua
yeah.
twitch and he's just doing snow angels next to him. That's when everything kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
It's like what are we doing?
That's those three edge rushers are pretty similar in terms like they're all pretty light. They're not like super powerful.
But they're quick.
Yeah, but I was trying to think, could they play all three at the same time, have one play like inside on passing downs? I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if they're physical enough, but they don't really need to. If you have,
Gotta play Dexter.
You're going to have Burns, Carter, and Dexter Lawrence out there.
That's a crazy line.
Yeah, and Thibodeau's a backup at this point.
Yeah.
Our Oregon Insider's asking if he gets traded and for what. Yeah, what would his value be? Like, would a team give up a third-round pick? Would the Giants give him up for just a fourth-round pick? Probably not a fourth. They'd probably need maybe they wouldn't even give him up for a third, but I don't think a team would give up a second. And then where would he go? That's a good question.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say?
Ravens? That'd be a Ravens move.
Yeah.
No, I think I don't know if I don't know if Dennis Allen would love him. Ravens would like Thibodeau. That's the first team that comes to mind. Falcons. Let's get to the draft first. See who everyone gets. Patriots are on the clock.
What does this thing say? His
You
little
can't
chain.
even read it.
Does it say Abdul? No.
No.
Oh,
Incredible.
that does not look like incredible.
Yeah,
it looks
it-
way too short.
I was going to say the same
Yeah.
thing. He probably spelled it wrong. Abdul Carter spelled incredible wrong on his chain.
There's no way that
that's
says
way
incredible.
Too short.
Incredible is a long word.
Can't make it out, but maybe it's right. We are expecting the Patriots to take Will Campbell. So far, my Twitter mock's 100%. I made a last-second Twitter mock, and I had Hunter going to the Jags at 2. What's the interesting?
You're
Here's the
believing.
interesting thing. I probably am interrupting Pete. I don't even know it because
You're good.
Ted McMillan, I don't think the Jags were ever taking Gentry. I think that was BS because they wanted to either trade up for Hunter, if not trade back. They weren't taking Gentry. They were going to take Ted McMillan at 5 or at 10 if they trade back to that range. So where does he go now? He was supposed to go there. Does he go to the Panthers
Take us in.
at pick 8? Does he go to the Cowboys at pick 12? Or does he just keep slipping down all the way to the Green Bay Packers, a team like that? That'd be pretty interesting to see. So that's a player to watch here. Pick is in. What does Pete have to say for himself? Any hot zingers for us?
Pete, any zingers?
I got nothing.
He said he's so excited for the Bears pick at 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why, but he is.
Okay.
I got nothing about that.
Wow.
Are the Bears going to trade up, though? That's the question.
No, you wait it out. You wait it out. Someone's
I
gonna
don't
be
know. I
there.
don't know if Poles.
It's got to be
I don't
Will
think he can help-
Campbell.
I don't think he can help
It was
himself.
reported that the Patriots would have passed on Carter for Campbell evenly, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Pete's saying that he doesn't know if Poles could help himself but trade up.
Yeah, he's a weird trader. He's a trader, Magoo or McGee? You think
He's
it's
got to be patient. He was patient for Odunze. We got Odunze. You got to be patient sometimes.
I think Genty's going to be number 1 on the Raiders board. Riz looking like he's promoting bottle service in South Beach.
Love it.
Yeah, that's what Brian Nicest Doom said. It was something about Cam Ward. I look like I'm ready to replace Cam Ward. Something like that. I don't know. I think that one tops you. Looking like promoting bottle service in South Beach. I had a green suit on, but the green screen was picking it up. I was see-through. You could see everything.
Translucent.
So I went with the blue. We're matching Junior here. We're huge Bears guys.
Yep.
Huge Bears guys.
There's
No way Genty makes it. I mean, if
Pete's going.
he's blowing
Sorry.
it over there.
No, you're good.
what happened?
Pete started that. You guys were good about to talk over each other.
What did he say?
I don't know. He stopped. You guys both stopped.
If Genty gets by the Raiders, Bears got a shot. Jets, if they really trade Brees Hall, Saints at 9, Bears at 10.
All right, Pete. You got anything?
Pete, what are your thoughts on Sexy, Dexy, Burns, and Carter and Thibodeau?
It's nice. That's a nice
Reading
that's a nice front right there.
It's a nice front right there.
I think it's a sexy front.
All right.
That's a sexy front.
It's a sexy front. Who leads in sacks from that front? Year 1.
Burns.
I'm going to
Ooh.
go Carter. I'm going to go
I think
Abdul
Carter,
Carter
too.
leads in sacks with the New York Football Giants.
I mean, it's got to be Burns or Carter. That's my guess.
I'm going Burns. Feel the Burns.
Feel the burn. Hey, Riz, do you need a mod for spoiler picks since Ant is having a party tonight?
What does that even mean?
Oh,
Oh, that's Astronaut.
add as moderator. Can man
Will
block
King.
words
Oh,
and change
sorry.
the shit?
Sorry.
It's Will Campbell.
Which one? You are our moderator. Will Campbell, as
There it
we
is.
said. Look at his brother. It looks just like a midget. Will Campbell. Well, little person Will Campbell. Look at that suit.
He looks like you. I mean, this guy doesn't look like a football player. Can we just get that out there?
Stop with the spoiler picks. If it is a spoiler pick. Julian Serta, again, $1.99. Who gets Membo since you don't think the Niners do? I think the Saints. My last couple mocks, I had the Saints. My last YouTube one, I had the Saints. And my mock on Twitter right before it started had the Saints.
Are you still 100%?
I'm still 100%.
Okay.
I had Will Campbell weeks ago, and there was a lot of, I don't know if they were Patriots fans or not, but I had a lot of people saying, no shot, my Patriots or the Patriots take a guy that's going to be a guard. Well, Will Campbell is a stud tackle, all right? Let's not get it confused. Yeah, he doesn't have the longest arms, but this is a stud tackle. Patriots badly needed a left tackle to protect Drake May.
He's wearing his grandpa's suit.
It's Grandpa's suit.
Looks like he can go rob a bank with that with a Tommy gun.
Jags got 2, 104, and 200 for 5, 36, 126 in the Jags first. Yeah, the Browns got a lot there.
Oh. Bam, bam, bam.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bam, bam, bam.
There's Big Mike Vrabel. Don't worry, you guys will
Should
see
have
him in a second.
made
Don't worry.
Cam Sullivan as a moderator as well as Jacob.
Oh, there's Vrabel. We got him. We got him.
It's what we expected. Will Campbell to the Patriots. Yeah, I said it weeks ago. I'm not going to switch this. I'm going to keep Will Campbell to the Patriots in all my mocks. I stayed true to my word. It happened. Who's on the clock?
It'd be the Browns.
Browns. Yeah, Browns, I said earlier that I was thinking Mason Graham or Genty, but then I heard they might go left tackle, but it could be Mason Graham. Are the Browns actually going to pick? Are they going to trade back again?
No.
The Bears want to come up to that spot to get Genty, right?
Yeah, but who? Oh, I mean Vegas. Yeah, I mean you'd have to jump if someone's trying to. If Vegas really wants him, this is the spot where you jump him. Wow.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh.
Aww. I did it, Bob. I did it. Yeah, you did it, young man.
They're just zoomed in on his face. He's just got snot running out of his nose.
Yeah, this guy's crying. This guy loves the game.
He does. He's a dog. I'm gonna fight and die.
Wow.
This guy's a beast.
I
Will Campbell.
love this guy.
I mean, I knew that was what he's about. He's nasty.
I'll
He's a
kill
dog.
a
He
man for
talks
Drake
shit.
May. I kill him.
I'd kill for Drake May.
Literally. Pete liked it. Pete approved. Yeah, Pete liked
Pick
it.
us in.
Oh, the Browns are staying put. They're picking. What is this idiot doing?
I can't hear the draft. If I put
What is this idiot
I can hear
Andrew
the
Berry
draft.
doing?
I couldn't. I had it on. I couldn't.
Yeah, can you pass it? Yeah. Thank God.
I
Yeah,
forgot
you,
to offer you. I'm sorry.
thank
Is that
thank
good?
you. Yeah, it's fine.
I predicted the Giants to come up and get Shador in the
Ooh.
Viking spot in my Twitter mock.
Where are the Vikings at? Late.
24.
You think Shador drops that low?
Oh, I think so.
Or is he gonna be like he's gonna have the Lamar thing?
The Giants might, yeah, but the Giants might be scared the Steelers would take him at 21. I really don't think the Steelers are taking him at 21, but I could be wrong. Pick us in for the Browns. Heard people saying Mason Graham. What would I have guessed? I mean, man, okay. So earlier today, I probably would have guessed Genty if I didn't know anything, and then I heard people talking if the Browns do this, watch for, and I predicted Banks. I think in my Twitter thing, so I'm gonna be wrong here. I think, but
What do you think they do?
I would have if I didn't hear anything. But the Browns went back to 5. I probably would have predicted Genty just to kind of get a new Nick Chubb in there. But then I heard that they might go offensive tackle, and teams are super high on Calvin Banks, and they need a left tackle. So then my prediction right before the draft started on
taking
Twitter was
Banks.
Banks. But now, because the talk in the chat, Mason Graham. But
Pete thinks Banks, right? Pete, is that what you said?
I think they're gonna take Banks.
Yeah, Pete thinks Banks. Money in the banks.
we got to keep 100% Twitter mock here.
Is that Banks keeps your 100%?
Yeah. The YouTube mock's already messed up because I didn't do any trades.
Fifth pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
Banks is too early, though. It's too early. There's Mason Graham.
Yeah. Wow. Shane Buck.
I had the Bears getting Mason Graham in my last mock. So it's fucked. That's all right. We're entertained.
Shane Buck.
Mason Graham.
You got nothing in there. What are you showing us?
Mason Graham, a unique defensive tackle. I mean, he's shifty. The
Got
way he
some oily
maneuvers
hips.
around, and he's got some power to him, even though he doesn't have a bunch of length. People criticize him because he looks kind of stubby. He does kind of look like, when you look at him, he doesn't look like he'd be good. But this guy can play. My only knock on him is I don't really care about the lack of traits, really. I'm not a huge traits guy, even though that's, I am a little bit. It's a bonus. But my thing with him is he wins so often by moving with his lateral movement, working east to west, but there's sometimes where he takes himself out of the play because he shuffles so far sideways, the interior is just wide open. It's like I'm nitpicking here.
Yeah, but he's going to have Myles Garrett outside.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. The Browns haven't really had a really good defensive tackle in a bit here. They just moved on from Dalvin Tomlinson. It's a totally different type of defensive tackle here, Mason Graham.
Huge upgrade.
But they add Malik Collins, right? And then the D-line's pretty good. The D-line's pretty good there. Yeah, Graham, that's a good point with Myles Garrett because it's a guy that's going to open up sacks. He's been a little underwhelming in terms of the sack production, but it should open things up for him a little bit playing inside Myles Garrett. I actually had Walter Nolan as my number 1 defensive tackle, which is very bold, but I love Graham. Graham was my number 8 player in the draft.
What are the Raiders doing?
Raiders are on the clock. I think they're taking Genty. I was staying firm on that while
Don't you dare.
But everybody and their mother was saying Armand Membu is the pick. I think it's Genty. Everyone thinks it's Membu for the most part. I mean, not everybody, but
Junior, how we feeling?
A little nervous,
a little nervous.
but it's all right. You know,
You want Genty? Is that what you want?
I want the Genty or Warren just because it's like the surprising glamour picks. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to get mad with the D lineman or O lineman. I mean, there's a bigger plan here, but I think Genty and Swift would be such a nice duo.
The Raiders. All right, Raiders could take I think they take Genty. They could take Calvin Banks. They could take Armand. A lot of people think Membu. But Pete Carroll was tweeting clues. He said clues incoming. And he was tweeting first one was a Fresh Prince gif. And everyone said that the family that Will Smith moved in with, their last name was Banks. So he's hinting at that they're taking Banks. Why would he just do that? I think he's got to be full of shit.
Yeah, but if he's tweeting out hints, he's either BSing everyone or it's such a deep Easter egg, you really gotta. Banks is too obvious.
Yeah.
Like, who's from Philly?
Oh, yeah. It's
Like,
good.
there could be something weird like that. There could be somebody with, I don't know. There's something more. Maybe Bel Air, somebody from California, something weird.
I think they're taking Genty, but I think a lot of people think they're taking Membu, and some people think they're taking Banks.
Yeah, somebody Rich Eyes had
You
just
also
said that.
tweeted Snoop Dogg.
Pick is in. Oh, gosh.
You just said
Pick
in the
is
in
in,
the
folks. The pick
and
is in.
this
Ray, I
guy
think
this
it's
guy has
Genty.
no headphones.
Stop it.
Yeah, all the experts mocked Genty 5 to the Jags. I just did not think it was happening.
That didn't make sense to me.
It never was happening. A lot of Jags fans talked themselves into it too. They were like, you saw the Jags Photoshop Genty, jersey. They were saying, "Oh, here's the Raiders pick. Is it Genty? Is it one of the linemen?"
25 NFL draft. The Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton
There it is.
Pete Carroll had to get his beast mode.
It was it all along. He was him all along.
Yeah, things just got interesting.
No Genty for the Bears. Yeah, there was a lot of Bears. I saw on Twitter. There's a lot of Bears fans that I think kind of made the mistake of and even in the comments over the month of just in their minds it's Genty or nothing.
No.
And then not liking anything else. I mean, not all the Bears fans, but a lot of them. And so now it's like they kind of are going to be disappointed now because you kind of just talked up Genty a little too much. But there's going to be some options there for them. We'll see. But Graham and Genty off the board. Those were the kind of cross your fingers, hope one of them's there. But Genty to the Raiders, stuck with that the whole way. It happened. I was not buying the Jags BS. But, I mean, my number 3 player in the draft, an elite running back. You do not see a running back like this. The contact balance is maybe the best we've ever seen. So the Raiders get a top-tier prospect at 6. But then the debate they probably had internally, like everybody would have, is how, even if he's elite, how early do you take a running back? Because there's so many good running backs in this draft. There's going to be a running back taken in the 3rd, 4th round that might be a star next year. It's definitely a possibility. So, and with a team like that's the only knock. A team like the Raiders, Ashton Genty's going to come in, probably have to carry a little bit or, take a big load. And where is he going to get you? By the time the Raiders are ready to contend, where's Genty going to be at in his career? That's kind of the only knock. I kind of use the Eagles or the Giants, actually. They get Saquon Barkley. Well, how was Saquon for the Giants? He's elite, right? He was an elite running back, but it was meaningless.
Even Bijan.
Yeah, but
Kind of similar, too.
No, I'm saying Saquon of the Giants. He was elite for the Giants, but it was meaningless. It did nothing, right?
Right, yeah.
He goes to the Eagles, boom, Super Bowl, because they were ready for him.
Yeah.
So What does Gentry do for the Raiders right now? Is he going to end up a Saquon Barkley? Like, he's going to be elite probably.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of mileage on him too. So how is 5, 6, 7 years from now? I mean, it's the only knock. But I don't want to knock the Raiders completely because they get a great player. They get an elite running back, rare elite running back prospect, number 3 on my board at 6. So there's definitely a debate with anybody taking a running back here. It's pretty interesting. Who's on the clock? Jets?
Yep. JETS.
Only one trade, but it's an explosive one. Brian wants Banks or Membu for the Bears. Yeah, I guess the question will be, do they feel good about Membu playing left tackle? Wouldn't you rather have Connerly than Banks, though? It's not a possibility, though. What are the Jets? I think they go Tyler Warren. I was mocking Membu for a while. I think I mocked Warren like way back, and then I was mocking Membu for a while. But my last YouTube mock and my last Twitter mock, I was locked in on Tyler Warren. It's just I keep hearing it. I heard like 2 months ago they love him, and I heard it again now. So you put those together, it doesn't really feel like a pick is in. Doesn't feel like smoke. Tyler Warren feels like an Aaron Glenn guy. Like Aaron Glenn likes just tough SOBs. No nonsense, just dogs, and that's what Tyler Warren is. So the knock on that is the Jets badly need a right tackle. They might need guards for the future, not really necessarily right now. If they can't stay healthy, then right now. And then remember their tackle from last year, Fashanu, got injured as well. So you're passing up on some good linemen to go tight end. That's the only knock. But Tyler Warren overall is the better prospect on my board because we'll talk about him more once he's picked, but yeah, Walter Nolan would be good for the Bears. I actually have him as my number 1 defensive tackle, but there are some character concerns there. A lot of people have him as their number 4 defensive tackle. I just see a guy that's just insanely explosive, insanely strong, dominates double teams, can play anywhere on the D-line. I think I could see him being one of those like Quinnen Williams, Jalen Carter, where it's a D tackle in the NFL, like in a few years, that is racking up some quality amount of sacks.
Especially learning under Grady Jarrett would be nice.
Yeah. I don't know if they go that route, though, because I heard that Odangbo, they might want to use him off the edge and inside. So that's if they're going to use him inside, it's probably a 3 technique, which is kind of more of like a lighter pass rushing D tackle. And Grady Jarrett is kind of in that range as well. So I think if they do go D tackle, they might. I could be wrong, but if they do go D tackle, they might go for more of the physical, like the big body physical run stuff, like a Kenneth Grant. I'm not saying they do that. Maybe they do get an Alfred Collins or Tyleik Williams in round 2. Definitely a possibility.
The team is picking up Kayvon Thibodeau's 5th-year option.
They're picking up the option?
Yeah.
Thibodeau option picked up by the Giants. They waited till after they made the Carter pick.
Yeah.
Not that it really mattered. Riz looking like a partner in an auto injury law firm.
Call 222-2222.
So this
22,
has gotta be
22.
Warren, Membu, or Banks.
I mean, Riz has his lawyering degree.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Give us the pick. Give us the pick.
Give us the goddamn fucking pick.
We don't even have 7 picks in. It's been an hour.
It started a little late, right?
Yeah.
Remember the ball?
You look like
these days?
Saul.
Yeah.
You're looking like Saul.
I
That's
miss
what
it.
said.
I miss it. It's just so comfortable. The hair looks good right now. 99% of the time, I look like a fucking schmuck.
Mm-hmm.
Chance Malachi Starks falls to the Eagles 32. I heard the Dolphins love him, but I think I'm not super high on Starks. There's nothing. I don't know. There's nothing that's like screams first round pick. That doesn't mean he shouldn't go at all in the first round, but struggle a little bit this year playing in the slot. All right, so I think it's realistic he'd be there. What receiver does Pete want?
What does that mean? Like what? Like who do I think the best receiver is right now
Just options for the Titans. I'm guessing he means in the draft.
for the Titans? Yeah,
Yeah.
for the Titans, or
Titans.
like you just saying like in the draft?
Well, for the Titans. Let's go with that.
Well, I mean, I know Lockett's not like a long-term thing that they did. Oh, here comes the Jets selection though.
All right, hold that thought.
What?
I said, here comes the Jets selection, so I was like, we better
He's there. He's there.
wait.
The New York Jets select Armand.
Oh, they did go at
Wow.
Membu. Tyler Warren was smoke. Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was kind of given, like they felt that Warren or Membu would be gone, but to the Raiders, because there was a lot of buzz about that. So I had like several mocks in a row at Membu going to the Jets and switched it to Warren. I fell for the buzz. I fell for it. Membu doesn't look that big there. I thought he was a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Looks a lot bigger there, doesn't he? Might have lost some weight.
He is a big boy. What are you talking about?
All right, but receivers wise,
Yep, go ahead, Pete.
anyways. I mean, I like a lot of the receivers in the draft. Actually, there's a lot of guys that I feel like can be pretty good. It just depends on the scheme fit. I look at the Titans right now. Ridley's more of like a Z type guy, where he moves around a lot. He's not going to be lined up on the line, asked to get off press. And then Tyler Lockett obviously is older. He's more of a slot guy now. So I would look for like a big X receiver. If I was choosing like a big X receiver, I like Trey Harris a lot out of Ole Miss in the second round for the Titans. Jaden Higgins, he kind of scares me a little bit. I like him a little bit, but
I
also
saw the
scares
pick.
me. Oh,
Can't go on Twitter just to promote the live stream.
But,
Panthers
yeah,
are on the
like-
clock. Saw the pick.
Pickle Nick saying like, yeah, I like Ibuka. I like him a lot. I like Luther Burden a lot. I like Kyle
They got
Williams
Saban
a
on
lot.
there.
A lot
This
of
is the
good,
channel to
a lot
watch.
of good guys to choose.
Keep talking.
Yeah, Pete's talking receivers.
They all got different things they can do. It's all about what you're looking for.
Saban said Armand Membu best in the class. Tackle.
Wow, Panthers got that pick in a quick.
Yeah, I know they're taking. I just say the Panthers fan. Not all, I can't speak for all of them, but the Panthers fans kind of screwed themselves. That's what I'll say.
Oh no.
Just based on, I mean, they should be jacked up about this, but just based on the comments I've seen on Twitter and just like, not the people that necessarily follow me, but just the timeline on Twitter and then some comments under my posts everywhere. They kind of talked themselves into a guy that they thought they were going to get, is what I'm saying. We'll talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about
But the
it.
Jets get Membu. My number 2 offensive tackle behind Will Campbell, but that was pretty close. Membu is physical, maybe the best at anchoring in the class. I see him lose his balance here and there. The Alabama game kind of lunged forward, lost his balance, end up on the ground. So those are kind of the knocks, but man, he went up against some really good edge rushers, and he held it down. He held it down against some really good edge rushers. So the Jets get a plug-and-play right tackle. They have Fashanu for left tackle. I'm more confident with Membu than Fashanu if I had to pick. I like Membu a lot in terms of who was I. I was way higher on Membu than I was Fashanu. So that's good for today, right now. If their interior stays healthy, I mean, the Jets got a good offensive line for Justin Fields. They're going to run the shit out of Justin Fields behind that offensive line. He's going to run for a lot of yards. That's a fantasy pick right there. Pick Justin Fields in fantasy, not because he's a good quarterback. He isn't a good quarterback, but he's going to run a lot, I believe. They're going to have design runs in that offense. But the Panthers on the board. Panthers on the board. I'm not going to say who I think
What
they're
do I
taking because
hear
I
right
saw it by accident on Twitter. What does Pete thinking the Panthers go here?
Yeah, Pete, what are you thinking?
A lot of options. I think they. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, they've been rumored to go defense a lot, but I think they went McMillan. That's my guess.
He thinks McMillan.
Pete thinks McMillan. I saw it, so I'm not going to make a prediction. I mean, my Twitter mock was right, though. Which is
I didn't see your Twitter mock.
But, well, so the last few weeks, maybe a month, it was like almost being talked about like it was a lock that the Panthers were taking Jalen Walker, the edge / linebacker from Georgia. And, yeah, I felt like the fans kind of, convinced them, like, that's the guy we want just because now that they're getting, I don't know, they kind of talked themselves into it. And it looks like it might have been smoke. Kind of just spoiled. It wasn't. It's not Walker. Why am I dying of thirst? Is that pizza?
Probably the pizza.
Where'd JP go?
He's downstairs. I could go get him. He's just.
It's
Then
probably
I have to
sleepy.
feed him, and
Sleepy boy. Commercials are crazy.
JP Morgan.
Me and JP both about to take a nap. Says nice as doom. Nap.
Needs a
feel like
nap.
This pick was in right away, but we're just taking our good old time here on this one. I'm gonna grab my phone. Don't do it.
The Bears.
All
are
right,
almost
Panthers.
on the clock.
What, Pete?
When are we gonna see Ant at the town? What does that mean? Oh, I know what that means.
There it
I know
is.
what
I
it
got
means.
it.
All right, finally. We'll see if he knows what it means.
I don't know what that means.
The Carolina Panthers select
Tataroa McMillan.
I was on.
Oh, wow.
So
was
when the
right.
whole process started, the offseason started, this was a common mock. Mock Tet McMillan to the Panthers. They need an outside. Bryce Young needs an outside, big body receiver. Dave Canales needs one of those guys. Remember, he coached Mike Evans. And then and then it kind of came out that he wasn't going to go this early. And then the Panthers were just constantly mock Jalen Walker. And I saw, just dealing with a lot of comments on Twitter and just seeing the timeline and on YouTube, Panthers fans were just all in on Jalen Walker. I think it was just because they kind of got talked into it. But this is the guy he originally wanted, right? This is the guy. Bryce Young should be able to thrive, right? They should get even better on offense. They got a good running game. The offensive line solid. Bryce Young took a step up. Dave Canales is a QB whisperer, good offensive coach. Adam Thielen's still balling out. Coker looks pretty decent. Tet McMillan, their number one receiver. And Leggett is a little bit of a weapon. He's got to catch the ball a little more consistently. But, ooh, I like that suit.
Perp. What does it mean? What am I going to the town? What does that mean?
You're landing at the town.
What does that mean?
That's where we're dropping in.
Oh, this is a Warzone thing?
You know where we used to land at the town? They brought back Verdansk.
Oh.
Played it a few times. It's a good map. Good map. Oh. Tet McMillan. I want to hear Saban. I almost said Nabin. I want to hear Saban break the shit down.
Nick Saban.
It's the college football. It's the game day guys on. I love that.
Pick is in?
Pick is in for the Saints.
Oh, boy.
Gotta remind me to switch this shit.
Sorry.
Oh,
Chat.
the Bears.
Saints are on the clock, and the pick is in. McMillan to the Panthers. Got a serious outside receiver. I'm a big fan of Matthew Golden though. He's just so explosive, so quick.
Well, there's like reports coming out that Jackson Dart's not going any later than 9. We'll see.
All right,
See what happens.
saving line. All right. So Membu's gone for the Saints, so I think they're gonna go Banks. That'd be my prediction. Who else is on the board? Genty's gone. I don't know if they go Warren. A lot of people think Michael Williams. So with Membu off the board, I'm going Banks. I think they would have taken Membu if he's on the board. But if they don't go offensive line here, then I could be wrong altogether. And I didn't look at my phone for this one, so I looked at my phone by accident when tweeting out our live stream on the when I saw the Tetaroa McMillan pick. So that's why I didn't make a prediction. Oh, we got Milkers
Was that
donated
Milkman?
$20 again, right? Did he donate it
Yeah,
last time?
yeah.
My God.
Yeah, what a
Just in case
beast.
you boys were thinking of taking a break, wanted to give you some extra energy.
Mm.
No breaks,
All gas, no brakes.
but got a lot more energy now. I appreciate you very much. Clap it up, clap it up. Pete, clap it. There you go, there you go.
wearing the leis that were handmade by Blanche. And of course, Tetaroa wearing it as well. His Polynesian heritage so proudly displayed. Wyatt, when you think about your son and how proud he is of where he came from, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. That's dreams came to reality, man. Came to reality. And it's awesome. And you know, for delays, thank you, Mom. For real. Thank you, Mom.
Sean, what does this moment mean?
Saints on the clock. I think it's got to be Calvin Banks, but there's a couple pass rushers that kind of fit the prototype of what the Saints look for in terms of length and athletic traits as well, like a Michael Williams or a Shamar Stewart. So I could see the Saints taking those guys, but I think they're going Banks. Kellen Moore wants to build up the offensive line the Eagles' way. Banks has been getting a lot of buzz. I think if Banks was available for the Bears, they would take him. But I know some Bears fans don't want that, but I think it's going to be Banks here and then Tyler Warren to the Bears. And then Niners, Walter Nolan maybe? This is college game day draft. I love this. It's light there like that? No, was that? Oh, it couldn't have been a lot. No, it's dark.
This is live.
I think that was a mistake showing that. Saints do love their big edge rushers. They could go that route. I think they're going to go Calvin Banks. What about Josh Simmons? I think that'd be even better. I have Simmons as my best available offensive tackle. Pete's camera angle makes him look as tall as Kristaps Porzingis. Tingus Pingus? Who the fuck is Tingus Pingus?
Hey, get the Bears thing up there.
Not yet. Not yet. It's got to be Banks, right? Calvin Banks. I would have predicted it in my last mock if I didn't have Membo going there, but I did. Going to New Orleans, baby. That's what you just said. I think the Bears would have
Bears.
taken Banks if he was there.
Oh, what are the Bears going to do? Nice as Doom thinks they're screwed.
You ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Get me in there.
Bears are on the
Get me in
clock.
there.
Junior, you're Tyler Warren guy. Is that where you're going? Is that what you want?
I mean,
So
I would like that. Yeah, why not?
I would imagine Banks stays at left tackle. I know the Saints moved Fuaga from right to left, but his natural home is right, so they could put him back there. But Banks and Fuaga is a pretty good duo. I know this is a little, according to my board, this is a little early for Banks, but he's a really safe pick. He's gonna be a really solid. Or they put him at left guard. That's definitely
Pick us in.
pick is in for the Bears. They might put Banks at left guard. They might go Fuaga and Penning on the opposite side. Keep that. They did decline Penning's option, but they still have him for this year. So we'll see what the Saints do. Actually, I'm sure they'll
What is nice as
talk
Doom
about it in the press
oohing? What is
conference
he
tonight.
oohing?
But it could be Fuaga and Penning tackle, Banks at left guard. But then you just took a guard at 9, or you can go Banks and Fuaga at tackles. Could Penning play guard, or maybe Penning's just not part of the future? They'd probably need a left guard then. Yeah, I had other tackles higher on my board than Banks just because there's a little more upside, a little more flash, a little bit more athleticism. But Banks has some athleticism for his physicality, his size. He's a safer pick. Like, whether he plays tackle or guard, I feel like he's a good bet to be good. It's just the other guys are either going to be great or they're going to, maybe not live up to the hype there.
What the Bears?
Bears
What
on
the
the
Bears
clock.
do?
I predict Warren.
Everyone's saying it's a shocker.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh
boy.
no.
Oh, no,
A
what?
lot of shockers in the chat.
I don't want to see it. I'm not even looking at the chat. Is it a special announcement or is it something about the schedule release?
Now is the time to do this?
While the Bears pick is in and people are saying it's a surprise? Are they saying a name? I'm not looking at the chat.
They said it's a surprise, but it's not. They're saying not a bad pick though. Bruce can't hear me anyways. He's
Can't hear you, Pete. Yeah, I hear you.
what is he doing?
What we got? What are you saying?
All right, his headset on, Pete. Go ahead.
I was saying that you're not even listening to me anyways. That's like I'm saying. They're saying the Bears pick's a shocker, but it's not a bad pick here. So I'm intrigued right now.
If it's Walter Nolan, that's a great pick, in my opinion. Warren wouldn't be a shocker. I heard some
What if it
people.
was Loveland?
That would be a little bit of a surprise.
What about if it's O'Marion Hampton?
I love Marion Hampton. I'm gonna guess that just because they wanted Genty so bad.
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I'm gonna guess Hampton, who happens to be my number 10 player in the draft, and this is the 10th overall pick. Again, debate with the running backs, just like Genty going to the Raiders. It's like, even if they're super good, there's probably a lot of internal discussions. Isn't worth taking a running back here, even if they're that good. But who else would it be? Kenneth Grant wouldn't shock me. I like Kenneth Grant. I heard a lot of people saying Michael Williams. I don't think that would be a good pick. I think that'd be a little contradicting on top of it with the Odengbo signing, because they paid him so much, because they believe so much in him, and they already have Sweat, so why would they draft an edge rusher? I know they want to try to use Odengbo on the inside a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna predict Hampton, even though I should be predicting Warren.
Oh boy.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I think.
Yesterday, the NFL family lost a true legend, Bears Hall of Famer Steve McMichael. My heart is with the McMichael family during this incredibly difficult time. Misty, please know that you are in our thoughts and prayers.
Darts.
Mongo's
Third.
remarkable contributions to the game and the community will never be forgotten.
Stop messing around.
Sorry.
His legacy
Bad time.
No messing around.
You did it.
generations to come.
I just want to know what the Bears pick is. Jesus.
50 years ago, with the 4th pick in the 1975 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears selected one
They
of
selected
their
Walter Payton.
teammates and closest friends, Walter Payton,
What is that?
back Jackson State.
You're in my pocket. All right, Rod. All right, yeah.
Walter would go on to rush for nearly 17,000 yards,
Way to go, Walter.
110 touchdowns over 13 seasons,
Wow.
all with the Chicago Bears.
Mm.
As you heard earlier, the NFL continues
We're just not gonna get
This
this
is
pick. I guess.
incredible. This is incredible.
performance and excellence on the field,
We're waiting.
but also his commitment to give back
Ready.
with the Walter Payton NFL
All right, I'm gonna go to sleep. Let me know when they get this pick off.
Nice as Doom is already napping with JP at the same time as JP. That sounded weird.
The Chicago Bears select Colston
Loveland.
Okay, all right, interesting.
They picked Brian might be happy about that. Nice as Doom might be happy. He was a Loveland guy.
Really?
So Loveland goes over Tyler Warren.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, I don't really know what to think about this. This is a
Here,
nice-
I'll break it down for you. We
Yeah,
want to see the reaction. This is like our skit that we thought of. Like,
Yeah.
where's the reaction?
I'll be back.
Yeah. All right. Who's on the clock? Niners. Niners are in a great spot right now. But first, the Bears take Loveland. What the heck kind of jacket is that? So, Loveland versus Warren. Loveland is more athletic. He is the better route runner. He's more receiver-like than Tyler Warren. He's going to get open. He's going to catch the ball. He's got a ceiling of Travis Kelce, but much less physical than Kelce. But in terms of the route running, the shiftiness, the way he moves, the way he bends his body, kind of reminds you a little bit of Kelce, a little bit of a wiggle to him. Warren's definitely more physical. I mean, the route running's great, though. He's an athlete. Loveland possibly could have been. This is how crazy it is. He was my number 18 player in the draft. A lot of those guys are really close. This is, probably the range I thought he was going to go in. But he was pretty close to being one of the better tight end prospects I've ever seen. But why is he 18 and close to one of the better tight end prospects you've ever seen? Because he's not great after the catch. He does not break tackles, and that is a big thing when it comes to tight ends. You look at the best tight end. Who are the best tight ends in football? You got George Kittle. You got Travis Kelce. You got, who else? I mean, Hawkinson was for a little bit there. You got guys that are beasts at Gronk, beasts after the catch. Like, they break tackles. They got a nasty stiff arm. They're running people over. So Loveland is missing a key factor that kind of comes along of being an elite tight end, but he has everything else where he's going to be a good tight end. He's going to be one of the better receiving tight ends in football. So I mocked this recently because I was thinking, yeah, he actually makes a little more sense as a fit than Warren to pair with Kmet, like more as a Laporta for Ben Johnson. So I like Warren much better because he's a little more complete. But if you're going for a Laporta type for Ben Johnson, Loveland is the better fit here. He looks really funny there. No.
What a beast.
Oh, he's a Georgia Bulldogs fan, but he played for Michigan. So the Bears wanted Genty. They end up with Loveland. I think they wanted Banks too. I really do think they wanted Banks. But at least they didn't trade up. I don't know. I don't think it was going to be. That was the thing, though. That was the thing I was putting out on Twitter. Like, I would rather stay put because would you rather have more players? I didn't think really. I wasn't like considering Loveland. I don't know. It was an interesting debate. If you could put a little more power, strength on him,
Okay.
break more tackles,
Okay.
he could be really special. I think he could be special as it is. Niners are on the clock. Niners have a lot of good options. I love Walter Nolan for them. I love Shamar Stewart for them. Two guys I'm higher on than everyone else. Josh Simmons, I love for them. Kenneth Grant, I love for them. Okay, I keep forgetting I have my board up here. They might like Mykel Williams. I wouldn't love the pick. It would really help their run defense while having an edge rusher. Jalen Walker would be a solid fit as well. I think that'd be a good landing spot for him. Walker was a tough one to rank because he needs to have the right spot. And I didn't know if the Panthers were going to be that right spot for him. The Niners would be a pretty good spot. But
Lordy.
Julia Serta, again, $1.99. Appreciate you.
Julian.
Niners got to go Nolan Wright or Chris Johnson. Who's Chris Johnson?
Titans legend.
Titans legend, Chris Johnson.
CJ 2K?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
That'd be a good pick.
He said CJ2K would be a good pick.
Maybe you meant Will Johnson? I don't know. I think best possible pick here. I mean, Tyler Warren's still available. Imagine you pair Tyler Warren with George Kittle.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be weird, but he's the only player in my top 10, right? And Walter Nolan. My number 4 and number 5 player are still available, but out of realistic ones, I think Walter Nolan, Kenneth Grant, Shamar Stewart, Josh Simmons. One of those 4 great picks. All 4 great picks. Walker, I don't know what I got going on here. My finger's stuck. Walker could make some sense, but those 4 that I just said, like, what did I say? Nolan, Stewart, Simmons, Grant. Beautiful fits, beautiful players, beautiful upside, better pizza, Papa John's.
There it is.
Yep. Pete liked that one.
Niners can't miss here. Can't miss.
Well, they can.
I like hearing the college guys talk, but I feel like it's always on commercial.
Oh, green room action.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of green room, have we?
No.
It's hard for me to like work on this and watch that. I'm trying. Oh, look at Matthew Golden.
Oh, the Niners are.
Matthew Golden's walkout song is. No, Pete's talking.
We said the Niners are
What's he
pumped.
saying?
Niners are pumped.
The Niners are clapping it up. They're clapping it up. They're in the war room. They got some kids in there. They got a kid wearing a Ferrari hoodie. That's just random.
Yeah. From room.
If I had to predict, I've been predicting Walter Nolan a lot. I totally could see Shamar Stewart. Josh Simmons could end up another Trent Williams, though, if they get him and he's healthy. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
My God, more nonsense.
Hello from United States Forces Japan. I'm Sergeant Mitchell Johnson. I'm here with service members from the United States Army, Marine Corps, and Navy. We're proud to announce that this year we're celebrating our 250th anniversary. We're grateful for the opportunity to partner with NFL Salute to Service and the USO and introduce.
Should I wear the prime glasses for Shador?
Yep.
Or do I look like a douche canoe?
No, you look nice. Yeah. Keep those on.
Here we go. The reflection's pretty crazy on these, though. All right, Niners, don't blow it. You have a great opportunity to get a potential elite future player. I really want them to take Walter Nolan. That's what I really want.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a Niners fan.
Okay.
Or Shamar Stewart. Or any of those guys.
The San Francisco 49ers select Michael Williams,
Ah.
Georgia.
Daniel? Yeah, Nick Bosa gets a running mate on the opposite side there. Leonard Floyd is gone.
I mean, it's a great landing spot for Michael.
The defensive tackle. So they needed to invest, I thought, either in the offensive line or the defensive line. And in Michael Williams, they get someone who, if he'd been healthy through the entire year and through the process, I don't know that he would have even gotten to
Not a big
Michael
Mike
Williams.
fan.
I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, you do get a lengthy, physical pass rusher that comes in and instantly helps you stop the run at a high level. But, you wish he was a little more explosive off the ball, getting after the quarterback. But, again, Georgia has their guys holding contained first. So maybe they're not, they don't really want them to just explode straight after the quarterback off the snap. So that could be. So he looked pretty explosive there. Wish he was a little more productive. He was a little beat up last year, but I mean, he instantly improves the run defense of the Niners. Got Nick Bosa on the opposite side, so he could pan out better than maybe I've been how I've been kind of talking about him.
Oh, how about Javier over here?
We got a pop up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Javier Carrera, $4.99. Clap it up. Appreciate you very much. What's up, Junior and Pete? Always great to see you. See you all. Best content. Thanks for all the hard work, gentlemen. Bolt up, Riz. You're goated. I appreciate you very much.
Yeah,
Thought you
Javi.
forgot about me for a
Bolt
second
up.
as I was reading through that, but answer not having a meltdown. Yeah, I wasn't a huge Michael guy, but man, he could definitely work out in the Niners defense opposite of Bosa.
Oh,
He's
Jerry's
going to improve the run
fired
defense,
up.
which they needed. I got to put the Cowboys thing up. Why didn't you tell me?
Hey, the Cowboys need to be up.
Jerry's world's fired up. Look at him. Look at him.
It's hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
I'm gonna crack the window.
If you want.
No, you just said you're hot.
Yeah, but I can handle it.
All right.
If you want the air, you can go for it. Maybe it's this jacket.
I'll crack it. I'll crack it.
Is it
I got.
unlocked?
I could probably have to unlock it.
Maybe it might be unlocked. I don't know. There you go.
Oh man, this is a quick
Cowboys,
one.
I think, got to be going Matthew Golden, but Nolan's still on the board. Tyler, they might be. Here we go. I could see them taking Tyler
Oh
Warren
my
here.
God.
It's a Jerry Jones guy.
Pete just said, "Oh my God."
Oh my God.
What is it, like a Buka or something? Ooh, yeah, I knew that could happen.
Wow.
In my last video mock, I did Matthew Golden, but I put underneath it, watch out for Booker. I know there's some Cowboys people who are like, they don't want Booker. We don't want Booker. People that write for the Cowboys. I mean, you get a good. He's a good physical guard. He's gonna play well for the Cowboys, but it feels a little early because he's not gonna fit every scheme. There's a lot of teams that yeah, he's really going nuts. Jalen Milroe.
It's so funny. Look at him.
There are teams that would not have Tyler Booker on their board at all because he would not fit their scheme. He doesn't have the athleticism. He doesn't have the quickness. But he's what is he? He hit the Cowboys. But he's a physical mauler. He'll fit the Cowboys' offensive line. It just does feel a little bit early. Austin Cross donated $1.99. Appreciate you very much. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. You guys think Arizona's a good spot, Nolan or Walker? It's a pretty good spot. I would much rather them take Nolan. Josh Simmons as well. I love Josh Simmons for them. Nolan, Simmons. I like Shamar Stewart. I know fans do not like Shamar Stewart because of lack of production. I think he has a bright future, though. Maybe it takes a little time. But we'll see when the Cardinals get on the board here or on the clock here. But those are some really good options. I really appreciate the donation. Dolphins. We might have a surprise here, too. I heard the Dolphins really like Malachi Starks, and they really like Gray Zabel. That'd be very early for both those guys. I wasn't a huge Starks guy. I'm probably a little lower on him than pretty much everyone else. I think he's going to be a good player, but I don't know. I know Cowboys fans probably aren't loving that. They're probably not super excited about that pick. I mean, you get a good guard. It's early. You wish he was more athletic. I mean, the athleticism. I mean, yeah, Next Gen has their scores of 56. I'm even surprised it's that high. But that's Eberflus didn't get his guy.
There he's like, hey, man.
I think they're going to take Matthew Golden. God, I was excited about Golden with CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, too. Who's going to get Golden? Is he going to fall in the Broncos' lap? Dolphins on the clock. I heard they could be surprising and go Starks or Zabel, but Jahdae Barron, Josh Simmons, Walter Nolan, these are really good options for them right here. Tyler Warren's still available, by the way. Not that they need him.
Whoa.
Are you fucking serious?
Whoa.
Are you serious?
Whoa. That was not for the record.
Julian Serta is donating his entire bank account. Appreciate you very much. Now he's loaded. What are we talking about? It's a Niner. WTF? Should I jump off a bridge? I mean,
It's not worth it.
come on.
It's never worth it.
Niners
Come
are
on,
good
man,
at
don't do
developing
that.
defensive
Don't jump
players.
off.
He's Whitnick.
Well, we should probably address the bridge part. Don't
really funny.
do it.
Don't do
Don't do
that.
it.
We're not.
I was like, come on, don't go that
Come
far.
on.
It's okay. Things are gonna be all right.
He's going to help their run defense gets a big boost with him. He's got upside. And again, the tricky part with Georgia is they really have their defensive ends like just the ball snapped and it's like just hold, contain, whatever you do. A lot of dropping in coverage, a lot of just sitting and reading. It's not always just go after the quarterback right away. And that was my issue with him is he doesn't explode out the ball. But maybe with the Niners, they have him do that. And then he's got some upside. But, oh, bless you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Dolphins. I feel like the Dolphins are gonna, what they should do and what my prediction should be is Jahdae Barron. What I would do is Walter Nolan, but Jahdae Barron makes a lot of sense. But I have a feeling they do something surprising. They're still on the clock, and I heard they wanted to trade back. When teams want to trade back, it's either they really want more picks or it's they have someone in mind that they can get if they trade back, but they tend to still take that guy if they stay put. So that causes reaches. So I'm going to predict.
Trade or reach.
I'm going to predict a reach. They might trade. The clock is still running. I don't. Taking Malachi Starks would be early, but it'd be contradicting. Remember, Javon Holland was a superstar year one, and then things kind of went a little south when the schemes changed, when Brian Flores left. So that kind of told us, no, pick is in right now for the Dolphins. That scheme is greater, or coaching/scheme is greater than the safety. So then they devalue the safety position. They sign some nobodies. They let Holland walk. So if they turn around and draft Starks, who struggled in the slot this year, played well in 2023 at free safety, and pick, and all of a sudden value safety at pick 13, it's a little contradictory. Pete, are you in agreement with me on that? Does that sound a little accurate, or am I sound like, because no one else is going to say this. I'm the only one on the planet. Sounds a little contradicting, right? I don't know, Pete. Unless you're just really there's some people that just really like Starks. They think he's going to be an elite safety. I don't know. He didn't play that well this year, but he was in the slot.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's
Well,
that.
I don't
think
see
he's
them
that
doing that, even though I
great.
can see it.
Pete's answering.
I think a safety
I'm not even
is
listening
like
to him. What?
You
I
asked him a question.
I think a safety is like something you should take at the end of the first round. Like if you're like a playoff team that like just needs like a playmaker in the back end like that. I don't know. I wouldn't take it this early.
I'm going to predict. Nah, it's got to be Jahdae Barron. They badly. Dylan Lewis donated $1.99. Clap it up, clap it. If Stewart drops to the Bengals, is it a lock? Can't say it's a lock. See who else is there. Totally can see it. I think it'd be a great pick. I know a lot of the fans don't like Stewart, but I think this is going to be a surprise pick. I don't know. I keep going back to that. It's going to be a surprise pick. Maybe Gray Zabel. Dolphins a little desperate for offensive line help. Tyler Warren's the best player on my board. Number 4 player. Number 5 player, Walter Nolan, is also still available. My number 10 player, Marion Hampton, is available. My number 11 player, Matthew Golden. My number 12 player, Kenneth Grant. And we are at pick, 13? And those guys are available. Shamar Stewart, number 14 player. Josh Simmons, number 15 player. Jahdae Barron, number 16. James Pierce, number 17, a very interesting one because he's got some attitude concerns. Does he love football? Does he have, like kind of a selfish attitude? That's kind of what drops him down. But, man, that's a talented, versatile pass rusher. He's my number 17 player, and he'd probably be better than that if I wasn't really worried about that attitude, which sounds like a thing. Somebody donated, right?
Yep.
The Limp Chubby.
Nice.
$2. Doesn't even say it. He doesn't have to say anything. It's the Limp Chubby.
That's right.
Appreciate you,
Shadur.
Chubby. There's Shadur. I got the Prime glasses on. There's Prime. There's some Ski playing. Nice as Doom loves to see Warren sliding. Yeah. It's crazy.
Where does Nice as Doom want him to go?
The Dolphins gave up on Nice as Doom's guy, Javon Holland, and you're telling me they might take a safety right? Well, he's not telling me that, but that wouldn't make any sense. Here he comes. I think it's going to be a surprising pick. Maybe Zabel. I don't know. An obvious pick would be Jahdae Barron or Josh Simmons or Walter Nolan.
The Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant,
Ooh, it's a solid pick.
Michigan.
It's a solid pick.
Okay.
Need someone
Kenneth
since they
Grant to
lost
the Dolphins. I want to hear Saban talk about him and Herb Street. Kenneth Grant was one of my guys of the draft, and so was Walter Nolan, who's a defensive tackle and still available. But they're totally different. They already have, Zach Sealer, who's an athletic defensive, pass rushing defensive lineman. They need a big body thumper up there, and they get one in Kenneth Grant. This is a massive human being that can move like he's much smaller. He stops the run at an elite level. The Dolphins' run defense is probably going to be ridiculous. It actually picked it up as the year went on. Now they add Kenneth Grant to the mix. He's got upside as a pass rusher as well. He's going to swallow up blockers. He's going to create for his teammates. This guy has potential to be a star, an elite, like a sexy Dexy type player. I think it's a pretty solid pick. Even though Walter Nolan was available, different type of defensive tackle, it's a solid pick for the Dolphins. I think they're going to do something stupid. I don't know why I thought that. I thought it. So I'm clapping it up for the Dolphins with that one, taking Kenneth Grant. I like it.
Okay.
Is there another water over there?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry for what, man? I just asked you right now.
I'm hogging him.
No, you're good.
We can get more, too.
No, we're good. Oh, pick is in already.
You want tea or anything?
Tea?
Yeah, like a peach Snapple tea?
Oh, no, I'm good.
You
Thank
good?
you.
Good.
Even though it sounds good.
Who's on the clock? Colts. I should know this. Come on. Colts are on the clock. Oh, did Tyler Warren just drop in the Colts' lap? They badly need a tight end. Perfect fit. Oh, my God. Come on, Colt. This is the pick. This is the most what if they just didn't pick Warren? This is the most obvious pick.
Shadur.
The limp chubby with a comment this time. It's got to be Warren, right? It's got to be. I mean, come on here. Appreciate the donation. Look at Mike McDaniel's jacked up.
I mean, he looks like a gust of wind could blow him away.
Yeah. I was like, when I first saw him, I was thinking like I'm pretty thin, but I think I'm beating the shit out of him. I don't know.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, okay. Colts, they gotta go Tyler Warren. The dream he just dropped right to him.
Are they doing it?
Are they gonna do it? I gotta grab my phone, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna see the Twitter. Oh shit!
You
No,
clicked on Twitter.
it popped. I didn't see it. Yeah, the dream just dropped to the Colts. He was supposed to go to the Jets, and he's supposed to go to the Bears, and then maybe the Cowboys were sneaky. Boom, the Colts get him. Tyler Warren, stud tight end. This is the most overthought guy. People were overthinking Tyler Warren than anyone else in the class. This guy is a dog, an absolute dog. The whole defense, the whole world knew Tyler Warren was getting the ball, and teams still could not stop him. When you see a tight end get 1,000 yards receiving in college, it's pretty rare unless they're like the receiver type playing against shit defenses. But this is a do-it-all type tight end on a great team and was by far the guy in that offense. Look at him. I'll tell you who's a loser today, and it's Pete and the Titans. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah, let's
because
hear
the Jags just got a lot scarier, and I think the Colts are pretty sneaky. I think Daniel Jones is going to play pretty decent for them. They had a mess at corner for years. They add Charvarius Ward, who's a stud, and they add Cam Bynum, who not only is a good safety, but he brings so much energy to a team. And you look throughout their roster, they have two holes, tight end, linebacker. They just got an elite tight end in Tyler Warren. I don't know. And the Texans are good, and the Titans are automatically much better, and they're going to win a lot more football games with Cam Ward. AFC South is much improved. I could see, and the Titans probably aren't going to win that division, but I could see any of the four winning that division, really.
What does that mean?
Tommy Healy.
No, it's not. This one has like a dollar sign. That one has a.
Oh,
is
euro.
that a euro?
Yeah, he donated €2.49. Appreciate that. Pat's going to the Yoffs this season. The playoffs.
The Yoffs.
The Yoffs.
I haven't heard that.
The Yoffs.
I haven't heard that. Yoffs.
He just gave us a new term.
I could see it. I'm a big Drake May guy. They got a left tackle. They got Stephon Diggs. They got Mike Vrabel. Pete knows the
They got
32
some
about
guys.
Mike
Yeah,
Vrabel.
they got some guys.
Yeah. I don't know what you said, but we're
Said
on
they got
board.
some guys.
They got some guys. We got some guys.
There
Pete's
it is.
got a
That's what it
new
was.
guy over there. He's got
cool.
guys now.
He's just got a guy.
He's got a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we
This
were his
one.
guys
This
too,
one.
man.
Oh, that's true. It's true.
And I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Patriots can be sneaky. Colts can be sneaky. Jags can be sneaky. Yeah. Appreciate the donation.
What about this?
Falcons. Falcons are on the clock. Falcons are on the clock. I think this could be Jalen Walker. Walter Nolan's still there, though. Walter Nolan, Jalen Walker. Or do they just get Matthew Golden and just stack the receivers for Michael Penix? Because they use 3 receivers, probably more than anyone, that team. One of the, them, the Rams, Vikings. Most teams you'll see 2 receivers get like 90% snaps in a game, and the third receiver will get like 14%. And then teams like the Falcons, and they all have the same coaching tree, by the way. The Vikings, Rams, you'll see 3 receivers get a chunky amount of snaps.
Chunky monkey.
Chunky Campbell.
Ooh. Chunky Campbell's Pete said.
Colts finally got Dallas Clark. They did it. That's a good comp. Good comp. I saw when I was watching him during the year, I'm like, if you take half a Kittle and you take half a TJ Hawkinson, or no, you just take Kittle and you take Hawkinson, you get them together, get a nice steak dinner going,
Okay.
and then they have a baby, and it's Tyler
Whoa.
Warren. Hawkinson, Kittle,
Whoa.
Dallas Clark. Yeah. Patrick Walsh, 249. Much love from Ireland. Keep up the great content. Appreciate you. Much love from Chicago. Chicago.
Chicago.
Appreciate you very much. Jeremy Shockey, that's a good comp. Tommy, good one. Good one. Yeah.
Tommy Unders.
You take Dallas, you take Jeremy, you take TJ, you take Kittle.
Yeah.
Boom.
Somebody said you look like you're about to be drafted.
Yeah. Shannon Sharp when he wishes he was invited to the party. Yep. Is there a chance the Falcons take Barron? Yeah, they can go Barron. They can go Nolan. They could go
They're really running this down.
Shamar Stewart. They could go James Pierce. They can go Jalen Walker. I'm going to – one of those that I just said. Anything else to me would be a little bit of a surprise. A little bit. I'm going to go – they should take Walter Nolan because he's by far the best player available for me. But I'm going to predict – I'm going to predict Jalen Walker for the Falcons here. I'm going to predict Georgia hybrid defender Jalen Walker. Matthew Morales donated $2. My Raiders, what positions or names to look out for? They drafted Genty, so you're good. No, I'm kidding. Round 2. Man, the Raiders are tough because they have so many needs. So what's next on the list? I don't think Emeka Egbuka is going to be there. We'll see if he goes tonight, but we know he fits Chip Kelly's offense. They definitely, badly need a corner. Appreciate the donation, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Badly need a corner. Which corner's going to be available? Savone Revel, will he be available down there? Will surprisingly one of these corners from the first round slip through? Like Will Johnson, Could Benjamin Morrison be the pick there in the second round? He should be there, but they can go so many different routes. They can go, like I said, receiver. Do they go offensive line? Do they go like an Ozzie Trapolo to plug in at right tackle? Do they badly need a linebacker? Does Jahad Campbell slip through? We'll find out tonight because of the injury concern. They can grab him and grab a different linebacker like Schwessinger. So some options there for you. Appreciate the donation. Falcons taking Tyler Shuck. It's last year all over again. Jacob said that. I didn't. That wasn't an original thought of mine. Just so we're clear, I almost got away with it. How much better is Will Johnson than Amos? I don't think it's a large amount, especially if you factor in the Johnson. The Falcons must be trying to trade because there's 30 seconds left, and the pick is not in. Pick is in. There's only been one trade, and it was a splash trade. I do like Amos a lot. Like if Johnson's fully healthy and there's no worries about his knee, then he's definitely better. But they're both instinctive zone coverage corners. Do I expect to run on QBs at the top of the second round? Yeah, but I think and the Giants will trade in and get Shador at some point. It's why I'm wearing the prime glasses. Shador is going to get taken by the Giants, even though the rumors say Dart. Any chance Harmon to the Chiefs? Yeah, he might drop because there's injury concern, apparently, even though he's never been injured. But could he drop down there to that range?
What's your thoughts? What are you hearing about the possibility of Jackson Dart or Shador Sanders later tonight?
Yeah, Herbie, we're about a handful of picks away from what I believe will be the inflection point of tonight with the quarterbacks and the potential for a second or even third quarterback to go on the board. The Steelers pick 21, so just 6 selections away from where we are.
Ooh, the Steelers gonna do it?
Pittsburgh Steelers, it is an indication that
I don't want to see the pick. I don't want to see the pick. This is what I was going to do a while ago. I was going to order a tea. You want one?
Oh, what?
One of those Snapple. It's not like a can, but
Is there caffeine in it?
yeah.
Oh, then no. No.
You're not a caffeine guy?
Not at this time.
There's like 20 milligrams maximum, or maybe 30 max.
I mean, I'll take a peek at it. I'll see if it's less than 50. Yeah.
I don't think it says on the bottle, so it's got to be low. I've looked it
Okay.
up before. I feel like it's 30 something.
All right. All right. Yeah.
God, I saw the pick. I
How?
was right. I was right.
How? Wait, the notification came up.
Yeah, it just popped up.
Dun 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 dun.
Doo-doo.
When they pulled the surprise of the early part of the draft, took Michael Penix from Washington, 8th overall, but now they have the 15th pick. For years, they haven't been able
Ooh.
Let's see what they do here.
Why does Twitter got to spoil the picks? Let the record show. Never mind.
Jalen Walker.
The 15th pick, the 22nd. The Atlanta Falcons select Jalen Walker.
There she goes. That's what I just predicted. I actually predict that in my Twitter mock as well.
There you go, boys. Jalen Walker, a great pass rusher here. You know he can get to the quarterback. Maybe what you didn't know. He grew up singing in the church choir, sang the national anthem.
Jalen Walker. A lot of buzz about him going to the Panthers at 8, but I knew he was going to drop a little bit if he didn't go there. This is one of the more unique prospects in the class because he played mainly off-ball linebacker for the Georgia Bulldogs, but when he lined up off the edge, he looked pretty nasty, right? So you kind of get Micah Parsons vibe. He's not going to be Micah Parsons, but that's the problem. He wasn't going to be on every team's board because teams are like, what do we do with him? We have to use him multiple spots. We have to be a blitzing defense, use him as a blitzer at times. He's kind of a Hassan Reddick. That's more of the comparison type player. So he wasn't going to be for everyone. I think it's a good landing spot. Jeff Ulbrich is the new defensive coordinator for the Falcons. He likes to have on one side like a traditional defensive end, physical, long. On the opposite side, he likes to have more of the athletic, a guy that can stand up, a guy that can drop in coverage. So Walker could be that guy and also play some off-ball linebacker. So I think it's a really solid fit here. A lot of people had him like top 10 on their board, and they thought he should be a top 10 pick. I wasn't there just because he's not a great edge rusher. He's not a great off-ball linebacker, but he's really good at both. I felt like he was better off the edge, but he doesn't have the measurables for it, but I don't really care. So this is more of his range. It made sense. So I do like the fit. The Cardinals are on the clock. They have a lot of good options here. Now, I mocked the Cardinals' Josh Simmons a lot. The Cardinals need another offensive lineman. They hired Ohio State's offensive line coach as their offensive line coach. They have Paris Johnson Jr., who is the Ohio State offensive lineman already on the team. Josh Simmons makes a lot of sense, but I'm also on record saying if Walter Nolan is there, I do not see Jonathan Gannon passing on a Jalen Carter. In my opinion, I don't think he's going to be as good, but Jalen Carter type player in Walter Nolan. Remember, Eagles took Jalen Carter. He's turned into a star. That's where Gannon comes from. So we'll see. It's hard to miss here. I like Shamar Stewart. I don't think the Cardinals are. I could be wrong. They might just take an edge rusher right now, but I don't think they need an edge rusher as much as fans are saying. Actually, Matthew Golden's still on the board too. I would love that for the Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Matthew Golden for Kyler Murray. I would love that too. That's a thought. It's another team that just can't miss, but will they? Nolan, Golden, Simmons. Boom. But a lot of people think they need an edge rusher. I mean, they signed Josh Sweat. They have B.J. Aguilari coming back from injury. Yes, he was, injured. They re-signed Baron Browning, a little bit of a hybrid player. Zaven Collins kind of mixes it up, a hybrid player a little bit. So I don't know if they could upgrade at edge, but I don't know if it's a big need. But Walter Nolan, Matthew Golden, and what did I say? Josh Simmons. I mean, perfect fits, great picks for the Cardinals here at 16.
It's right in front of you.
Don't see the pick. Don't see the pick.
Dun, 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 dun. The pick is in. Pete, would you ever wear one of those big hats like this?
Where what?
You see these like the giant hats that people wear?
Yeah,
Like, would you ever wear one of those? Ooh, let's go.
probably not. I don't know what the point of that is.
That was not on purpose. All right. Take the prime glasses off for a little bit. Brendan P. $4.99. Beast. Good stuff as always, guys. Usually Junior has the best style of the Goat House boys, but Riz stepped it up big time this year.
I
You
do?
hear that?
I do?
Yeah, do you?
Riz is always in the suit coats. What do you mean?
I was literally sitting on my deck, like, tweeting about draft stuff for, like, 15 minutes, and I'm fucking red. It was, like, 80 out there.
Should have had the suit jacket on.
I feel like it was snowing a week ago. No, it's not accurate, but
I mean, it's been downpouring all week.
weather's been weird, man. How about
Yeah.
that weather? Appreciate the donation, Brennan P.
Clap it up. He didn't get a clap. Pete, give Brennan.
Pete clapped
oh
it
my
up for
God,
him right
voice
away.
crack. Thank you. Thank you.
Jade Barron. Camera's on Barron. He's got 2 phones on him. He's not on the phone, but they don't show that
Kevin
these days.
Gates. Kevin Gates.
I don't know if they go Barron because he's kind of an outside slot versatile guy. They got Max Melton last year, who's kind of the same type of guy.
But shots. Phew.
Walter Nolan, Matthew Golden, Josh Simmons. These would be great picks that I totally could see for the Cardinals. I like Shamar Stewart a lot. I don't know if they go edge rusher, but I like Stewart a lot. I like his traits. I like his upside. James Pierce I like a lot as well. After Abdul Carter. Oh, I better shut up.
The Arizona Cardinals select Walter Nolan, defensive tackle.
Jonathan Gannon will not pass on Walter Nolan. I said it multiple times. He will not do it. A plus pick. Wow.
Finished it at Ole Miss a year ago. Last season, he was consensus All-American his only season with the Rebels. You see where he went number 1 overall in the ESPN 300. Field the ace. I'm the next Aaron Donald. I want to tell you that the Cardinals would like that. That's absolutely, Reese.
This past season for Walter Nolan, 6.5 sacks, his career high in his 3 college football seasons. I really believe this is a guy who you put on the tape, you think to yourself, he can be as good as he wants to be if he plays at his absolute apex on a snap-in and snap-out basis. I think he's the most overwhelming defensive tackle from point of attack as a passer. Can he be more consistent as a run defender? Absolutely. I think some of that comes with the responsibility of being
Wow, great music.
defensive tackle. Think about this room and how it's going to reshape this offseason for the Arizona Cardinals. They signed Josh Sweat away from the Philadelphia Eagles to beef up the edge, and then just recently they brought back Calais Campbell, who began his career as an Arizona Cardinal.
I can't talk and type.
You know, you're good.
Pete chatting it up? Somebody's got to be chatting it up.
Yeah. Pete, give me what the Bengals are doing here.
Okay, yeah. Love it. We had Tyler Warren fall right in the Colts' lap. We got Walter Nolan fall right in the Cardinals' lap. A-plus picks. Walter Nolan was my number 5 player in the draft. Number 1 defensive tackle. So explosive. Underrated. Some character concerns. Cardinals not worried about it. Watch out for the Cardinals. They're going to be sneaky. They got Josh Sweat on the outside. They got Walter. Man, it's basically it's A plus. A plus. Who's on the
Maybe the
Bengals? Bengals. Can I do one of these? I should have been doing. I don't have a lot here. Do I have? Little Walter Nolan action here. Look at that. Just throw him off him. This guy's just a beast. This is what you're getting. This is what you're getting, Cardinals. Touchdown! And the first one's the best one. He's off the edge. Look at what happens when you put him off the edge. Just a bully. Just a bully.
That's bully.
I don't think I'm supposed to be showing this stuff. We're showing the draft, though, so look at him read the... This is the best one right here. Get the fuck off me. Great pick. Great pick. A little film action. Milkers, $20 again. That's $60 on the day. Yes. Yes. Last one for me, boys. Gotta wake up in 6 hours for work. What a beast. Thanks for the updates and clean stream. Try not to let Riz's head get too big.
Okay.
You gotta hold me down.
I got it.
The Limp Chubby donated $2 again. What a beast. Do you like Quinn Ewers to the Rams on day 2 or 3? I mean, better on day 3, but yeah, round 4 is definitely a possibility. If they took him in round 3, I'm not against it. I think a great situation for him to learn behind Stafford. Appreciate the donation, but yeah, that's a good fit. We'll see what happens. He thinks Riz is a Walter Nolan guy. I think that's pretty safe to say. He's got Calais Campbell there to mentor him. Bengals. All right, Bengals need. This is always on commercial. It's like only on when they're picking. Commercial. There we go. Bengals need edge. They need a linebacker. They need a corner. They need safety. They need D tackle. I feel like we'll see. They need a guard. I think they got to go edge. Somebody said it too. Yeah, there's only been one trade, and it was the second pick. That's crazy. But Shamar Stewart is what I predicted, I believe.
Pick is in.
I can't believe Matthew Golden's still available.
Seattle, maybe.
Who's my best player available? Maureen Hampton, and then Matthew Golden, and then Shamar Stewart, Jahdae Barron, James Pierce. Seahawks are trying to trade pick 18. There's Shador. He's jamming.
He is jamming.
Shador's jamming. All right, prediction time. Let's see.
Where does Shador go?
I think he just ends up with the Giants. They're going to have to trade up, though. But the rumors have been they like Dartmoor, but I think it's smoke. I'm going to predict Shamar Stewart, I believe. And when I look over here, just so everyone knows I'm not cheating, I got my big board up. So I'm kind of just scanning through the players. There's a link in the description of this stream that could bring you to the big board. And it's got position rankings. I'm gonna go with Shamar Stewart, but it could be James Pierce. It could be Mike Green. Maybe they don't go edge at all. I don't know if they go Barron because they brought in Al Golden, who likes to run a lot of man, but that was at college level. Maybe he runs more zone. I think Barron's a zone guy. I know Barron's a zone guy. Here we go, Bengals pick. I predict Shamar Stewart. I've mocked that quite a bit. We'll get to Colby in a second. Love ya. And we're halfway through the first round.
Oh, my God. What are we doing?
In the 2025 NFL Draft,
Shamar Stewart. I'm a big fan of Shamar Stewart. A lot of people sleeping on him. This is a certified freak. 6'5", 267 pounds, runs a 4.59 40-yard dash, has a freaky arm length, over 34-inch arms. This is the elite prototype pass rusher you look for, but he's got very limited production, very, very limited sacks. But if you watch him, he wins reps that he just doesn't get sacks on. I mean, he just destroys running backs when they get the ball, too, like that. He stops the run pretty well. These aren't. Does he get a sack here? No, he doesn't get the sack there because Lagway's a freak athlete, but he's playing nose tackle there. This is why he's not getting the play where he didn't get Lagway. That's a dominant rep. It is a dominant rep. I'm a fan of Shamar Stewart. I hope Trey Hendrickson's still there so we can kind of play with him. They drafted Miles Murphy a couple years ago, and I liked Murphy. And then he had to sit behind Hubbard and Hendrickson, and then he was hurt last year. So I hope Stewart's jacked up. So I hope Stewart gets more of a shot than Murphy did his first couple years there. But I would love for Stewart to start alongside Trey Hendrickson. I would love for that. I think Miles Murphy could pan out as well. They got themselves, and they have a side back. They have themselves a rotation. I like Stewart. Let me switch this before I get to the chat. Seahawks are on the clock. I heard they want to trade. Colby Chaston. Hopefully I'm saying that right. $9.99 super chat clap it up. Super chat clap it up. Been a fan of the channel for almost 6 years. Love the content. Appreciate you. Thanks for your continued support. Who would the Chiefs need to jump to get Josh Simmons? Definitely the Texans. Definitely Houston. Luckily, Minnesota only has 4 draft picks, and they might want to trade back, and they pick one spot before Houston. So it's a good question, actually. Chiefs could trade up. They could go right ahead of the Texans, take Josh Simmons, because the Texans' dream pick would probably be Josh Simmons right now. And then we had Tom Healy again, 249. Appreciate you very much. Who are the QBs in 2026? Better than this year? Yeah, better than this year. Well, I guess it depends on who declares, but it's probably going to be better than this year. Garrett Nussmeier. I'm a fan of his game. I thought he could have been the first pick in this draft. It would have been a battle between him and Cam Ward. I like Nussmeier a lot. He's got to play a little better against better competition. Ward stepped up to the plate with the poise, the confidence. So that was kind of where he had the edge against Nussmeier, if you were to kind of compare. But I like the LSU quarterback, Nussmeier. I like Cade Klubnik from Clemson. I always left wanting more, but down the stretch, he was pretty damn impressive. So that's one to watch. Carson Beck was high on league's boards before he struggled this past year. Was a little banged up. He's going to Miami, following the path to Cam Ward, so I could see Beck kind of getting back in the mix. Now, if Arch Manning declares, he's definitely in the conversation. Hearing a lot of good things about Dante Moore with the Oregon Ducks, but may not be in that next draft.
Why is he angry?
I think he's just ready.
All right.
Why am I drawing a blank? Drawing a big blank right now. I'm getting this. How you know I'm getting old? The hell's Penn State? Pete, what's Penn State's quarterback's name?
Drew Aller.
What do you say?
Drew Allard.
Drew Allard. What was wrong with me?
Pick is in.
Drew Allard has traits you look for, but he has not put it together yet. Some people were hyping him up last year. He kind of got carried in that offense. It was simplified for him. He couldn't spread the ball out to receivers. The receivers weren't that great, but he couldn't get him the ball. So I think he needs to work. He needs a lot of work. He has a lot of work to do for me. So those are the quarterbacks I like. Pick is in for the Seahawks. So I got to predict. My prediction was Zabel for a while. Gray Zabel. It's not the sexiest pick. It's a little early, but you get a solid tackle that's going to convert to guard. Dylan Lewis donation. Here comes Roger. We'll get to you in a second. I appreciate you. The $9.99 donation.
Wait till you read it.
What? Wait till I read it.
Yeah.
Gray Zabel? That's
Seattle Seahawks select Gray
Called it.
what I do.
Wow.
This is what I do.
Wow.
There's your guy. Yeah, this is my favorite player in the draft.
Oh, it's his favorite player in the draft.
Wow.
Screen, 5 positions.
He played tackle. Gray Zabel played tackle for North Dakota State, but he is a smooth. He's lacking length. He's lacking length. He's going to move inside. He's either going to play guard or center, but he is a smooth, quick mover. It's a good fit. Not a super sexy pick, but in terms of scheme, that's a sexy play right there, though. You see that? I mean, he's a safe pick. The Seahawks hired Clint Kubiak as their offense coordinator. He is a West Coast offense outside zone where on running plays, your offensive linemen get outside and get downfield, and that's what Zabel is made for. He was invented in a lab for, well, really not with the measurables, so I shouldn't say that, but for that scheme. So Seahawks needed a guard and guards multiple and a center more than anyone. He can play either. I would prefer him at guard just because it's a little bit more of a premium. They wanted to trade back because they knew they can get him. So again, it's not the sexiest pick in the world. We'll switch this to the Bucks, which there's some really good fits on the board for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hard to miss for them. But Dylan Lewis donated $9.99. Won money off the Stewart pick. Enjoy some of the pot boys. Have had the pot. Okay, that took me a second.
Yeah,
the
that
pot.
he won. He gave us some of his
donated.
earnings, yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yep.
Have had a lot of fun watching the stream tonight, guys. Also, Riz, you look like I would buy Coke for you at a Miami nightclub. Yep. That's what I was going for. That's my guy right there. Appreciate you.
Laced with fentanyl.
No. All right, Bucks. You ready?
When did Morgan Freeman go bald?
Matthew Golden is still on the board. I mean, do the Bucks just stack it up? No. They got Mike Evans. They got Chris Godwin. They got Jalen McMillan. Bucks need defense. They need either a corner, edge, or linebacker. There are some tremendous fits for them, folks, like pure Todd Bowles fits. And Jahdae Barron is one of them. A zone coverage corner. Todd Bowles runs more cover 3 than anyone. Everyone knows that. Come on. Barron excelled in zone coverage this year. Outside corner that can play inside. Will Johnson, an instinctive off-zone coverage corner. Playmaker. Not super speedy. There's an injury concern, but a talented, instinctive corner. Great fit. Trey Amos, specifically a stud cover 3 corner that can actually happens to be able to press at a high level. Is a Todd Bowles type guy. So there's some corners that are perfect fits, the top 3 ones available. Then you have some pass rushers. Donovan Ezeraku from Boston College feels like a Todd Bowles type guy. Todd. I mean, I could see Mike Green. I can't sit here and say that's a screaming fit. It's a fit. I could see James Pierce. James Pierce is my top edge rusher available. Yeah. And Jahad Campbell. They need another linebacker. He can blitz. Todd Bowles loves the blitz. Campbell also can rush off the edge. They're looking for that as well. It kind of fills 2 needs in a way. So the obvious fits, we got a lot of them. The 3 corners I said are obvious fits. Donovan Ezeraku, even though there's better edge rushers than him available, obvious fit, but I do think Pierce Green can fit. And then who did I just say? Jahad Campbell. You really can't miss. There's picks I'm going to like more than the others, but Eggnog and $4.99 Beast donated again. I got the Zoomies. Let's go. Thank you, John, for finally addressing the O-line. There you have it.
What does getting the Zoomies mean?
Like how dogs get super excited and they start running around?
That's the Zoomies?
Yeah.
Oh.
You ever see that where they just randomly do that?
Yeah.
My dog does it all. I think it might be I got a beagle. Let me know in the comments. Is it more of a beagle thing or do all the dogs do
Zoomies.
it?
I like that.
I feel like the beagles do it a lot, but I don't know. The beagles are also sniffers. Major sniffers. They sniff everything.
And criers.
They cry a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
Tampa made the selection. All right, so I have to predict
Right before Goodell says it, we need your prediction.
Oh, there's so many obvious fits. I'll go Jahdae Barron just because he's, even though I mocked it, he kind of is not supposed to be here. I know the Buffalo Bills love Jahdae Barron,
Going
so if
edge.
he starts to slip even more,
Pete seems to think they're going edge.
Pete thinks they're going edge. You think they're going to go with Ezeraku? Or
Yeah.
there's Pierce is just better than Ezeraku, I think, but
That's
I
what
think
Pete
they're gonna
said.
go with
Ezeraku. It's a
Ezra.
Todd Bowles guy. Ezeraku gets a lot of sacks. He's athletic. He's long. He's got the moves. He's got the bend. He's got the ghost. He's got the rip. He doesn't win with power, though. That's the problem with him. You never see him line up and just drive a guy back, which is, you wish for the NFL, you wish you saw that. Yeah, all those sacks he's gotten, you don't see it. You don't see it once. So that's the issue there, but he's nifty. Swifty, nifty, get swifty.
Get Swifty.
That's the first Rick and Morty episode I've ever saw, and I was like, what the hell is this show? And then I fell in love. This was
That's
forever
a
ago.
great one. To
Like, I turned on my TV and Adult Swim was on. It was years and years ago, and that was the one. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And I'm like, I shouldn't have been surprised. That's what Adult Swim is. But it's actually not that weird. It's a weird show, but not that weird compared to some of those later night shows on Adult Swim. Shit gets wacky.
yeah.
What's
Mr.
that? What's
Pickles?
the one?
Anybody ever watch Mr.
Yeah,
Pickles? Pete Bucket?
that's the one. I
Yeah,
was wondering about
Pete was
that.
literally referencing this.
Referencing what?
Mr. Whatever you just said.
Are you saying the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a dog that murders people. And nobody in the town
Mr.
knows the dog is murdering people.
Pickle.
Okay.
And like the main character is like a sheriff. I think it's his dog. He's like a sheriff, but he's a complete idiot. It's wacky. It's pretty evil. Bucks.
Oh,
I said Barron,
shit.
but I could see it's gonna be none of the guys I listed. What the hell?
Wow.
Oh shit.
What the hell they need a slot receiver for? They have two of them already,
I mean, Godwin can't stay on the
Well,
field.
they're-
and they have Jalen McMillan. I had a Matthew Golden. That's the shocker of the day. All those fits.
Wow.
We lost him.
We lost Pete. Wow.
All those guys I mentioned as perfect fits. I mean, this is weird because I almost can compare Ibuka to Chris Godwin, who they just gave massive amounts of money. I don't. What are they getting? McMillan was originally a slot receiver, and he kind of replaced. He replaced Godwin when Godwin got hurt, and McMillan kind of took off. McMillan wasn't really working with Godwin in there, so I don't know how many slot. And I guess they're confident with Ibuka working outside, and McMillan working outside. McMillan's the fourth receiver on that team now. That's wild. Yeah, somebody said Mr. Pickles was crazy. Jefferson was a slot receiver when he was drafted, but he played. I felt like he played a bit outside for a
Gotta
slot
switch the
receiver.
graphic.
Thank you. They're gonna turn. Ibuka's gonna be all right, on the outside, but he's much better slot.
I think Shadur goes to Pittsburgh here.
Denver's on the clock, right? Yep. I don't think so, but I was shocked about this one. That's a shocker right there. Wow.
Alrighty.
Matthew Golden is still available. I know the Cowboys love Matthew Golden. Do they trade up and come and get him? But the Broncos are on the clock. They might take Matthew Golden here. Amari and Hampton is what I mocked. I could see Travion Henderson. I would not take Henderson instead of Hampton, though. I think it's got to be Hampton or Golden or Henderson. If I had to predict, it's one of those three. Whoa. It's one of those three. Hampton, my number 10 player. Golden, my number 11 player. Or Travion Henderson, who's my number 42 player. He is very explosive, but... So it's got to be one of those guys, right? It just has to be.
Or someone comes up to try to jump Pittsburgh for a quarterback for Shadur.
Yeah, the clock's rolling. I heard the Broncos wanted to trade up for Loveland. Someone said Golden too, so they could take Golden here. But since they weren't able to do that, maybe they trade back, like you said. But I don't think teams really need the jump steers, but I could be wrong. Maybe they don't take that risk, but.
I mean, the Steelers are the most needy team for a quarterback here going through it.
Still see Mike Tomlin passing on I think a defensive player is going to be higher on the board more talented than I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I agree that Henderson probably shouldn't be a first-round pick, but he might be. Everyone's saying Henderson or Hampton. I think Golden's got to be in that conversation. That'd be big for Bo Nix.
Toro.
That's what I forgot. My notebook. I was going to start writing down
taking some
grades so I
notes?
can jump on the graphics after. I usually do winners and losers tonight, like just who won, who were the best picks, who were the worst picks, or the weird picks. And then the next morning, I grade all 32 picks. But I was thinking about swapping that this year, but still, I guess haven't decided.
Okay.
Let me know in the chat which one's better to do tonight.
They're really letting this go down.
Recap who's been drafted and what position so far. Well, the first pick was Cam Ward, quarterback of Miami to the Tennessee Titans. Second pick was the Jags trading up, taking Travis Hunter. Third pick was the Giants taking up Dual Carter. The fourth pick was Patriots Will Campbell. Fifth pick, the Browns traded back. They took Mason Graham. Sixth, Raiders Genty. 7, Jets Membu. 8, Panthers, Tet, McMillan.
Is this all off your dome?
It's all off my dome.
Wow.
9, Saints,
Banks.
Calvin Banks. 10, Bears, Colton Loveland. 11, Niners took Michael Williams. 12, Cowboys took Tyler Booker. 13, Dolphins took Kenneth Grant. 14, Colts got Tyler Warren. 15, we had the Falcons take Jalen Walker. 16, the Cardinals took Walter Nolan. Good pick. 17 was the Bengals. They took Shamar Stewart. 18, Seahawks took Gray Zabel. 19, the Bucks surprisingly took Emeka Egbuka. Lots of receivers. 20, Broncos. There's got to be Hampton, Golden, or Henderson, I would think. If I were them,
I think receiver is more of a need here.
I mean, Hampton or Golden's like the same for like great. Let's see. Steelers' room is split on if they go quarterback. Baby. Bengals fans are pissed on Twitter. Yeah, fans don't like Shamar Stewart because this is how they scout a guy. They type in Shamar Stewart's stats and they see he's barely had any sacks over his career, and then they're like, oh, it stinks.
You got to watch the tape.
Surprise incoming, Mr. Goat, but solid pick. It's not one of the three I listed. Maybe it's Burden?
Touchdown!
Is it Burden?
Sam is a 17-year-old Broncos fan who has bravely battled cancer. His wish is to announce the first-round draft pick for his favorite team. Please join me in cheering on Sam as his wish.
You got a donation we'll get to in a second. JP's back. Didn't even know JP was back.
He's just snoozing.
He's a snoozing boy. Apparently, this is a surprise pick here.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Jahdae Barron.
Jahdae Barron.
Wow.
No one mocked that. Yeah, anytime I mentioned the Broncos might need a corner, Broncos fans got really pissed at me. They're like, you never heard of Riley Moss. This guy's never heard of Riley Moss. I've gotten that. So you never know what's going to happen in the draft here. Some unexpected links, but this is the best corner in the class. This guy's change of direction skills and quickness and speed is ridiculous. He can go from a standstill to just, 10 yards in front of him in no time. He wants to tackle. He gets downhill and hits. He's a zone coverage corner, really instinctive. His negative is he's a little undersized. I don't love him in a situation where he's one-on-one in man coverage against a really big receiver. But he's going to play in the slot at times, but you can't fully play him in the slot because he moved outside this year and he got better. But Jahdae Barron and Patrick Surtain, that's a duo right there. That's a duo. But it's funny. I specifically remember, I don't know what, it was a while ago. I think it was a free agency video, like saying the Broncos could go for a corner like Paulson Adebo, and Broncos fans were like, what are you talking about? We don't need a corner. You've literally never heard of Riley Moss. Do your research. And now they took a corner. So I like it.
You had to change.
I kind of look like Riley Moss. I don't know about that. Graphic. So yeah, the rumors about Broncos going up for Golden were BS because he was still on the board. Are we only going to have one running back drafted tonight? Steelers. Are on the clock. Oh, I got to put the prime glasses on.
I love how they were talking about a million trades happening in the first round, and there's only been like
I
one.
don't think I did because my last prediction was I predicted them to get a Mecca Egbuka in my recent one. But he just went to the Bucs a couple picks ago. But I was predicting Derek Harmon for a long time. I didn't predict Shador, so I don't know if that's what. But I'm putting the prime glasses on for Shador.
Pete was just saying he loves how like all these predictions were just a bunch of trades and we've had one.
Yeah. But the one that sounded like the most fake, even though I kind of bought it, happened though. Usually that one's hyped up, like the second overall, and then it doesn't happen. And there's a bunch of random ass trades.
Would you ever wear one of those hats? Pete said no.
Absolutely not. They could go Amari and Hampton. They could go Golden. They could go Derek Harmon. I could see Hampton. I could see Golden. I could see Harmon, Shador, maybe.
It's got to be Shador. You have no quarterback. And you're just going to wait on Rodgers? No way. And it's not even worth it. You're better off with Sanders. You need a quarterback. You just make a huge trade for DK and you're not going to take a quarterback here?
Josh Simmons is still available. I wonder if people are worried about the injury that he just had. If Simmons didn't have if he didn't have an injury this year, he might have been the first tackle selected tonight. That's the crazy part. What? Who's the guy breastfeeding in the bottom left corner?
It looks like he's breastfeeding.
Oh, that's a good comment. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Who's the bro breastfeed? Oh, here we go. The pick everyone's been waiting for. Do they go with Shador Sanders? Do they go Derek Harmon? Do they go Golden? Do they go Hampton? Yeah.
Wow.
It's a fit. I've been saying it for a long time. That's a fit. Apparently, there's been some medical concerns with Harmon that popped up, but I haven't heard anything about him being injured before that. He has a shot to be the best defensive tackle in this class, especially with the Steelers with Cam Hayward and Keanu Benton under Mike Tomlin. This guy sheds blocks maybe better than any defensive tackle in this class. He gets to the quarterback maybe better than any defensive tackle in this class. he just got to finish. He misses a lot of tackles, but he's a disruptor. He wins off the line. He's a big winner today. This is a big landing spot for Derek Harmon. Go and play with the Steelers. Play with Cam Hayward and be the next Cam Hayward. He can do it. And I like Keanu Benton a lot as well, who they don't list there.
Wow, graphic.
Why would you list defensive backs? Why wouldn't you just list the defensive line? Put Hayward, Harmon, Benton, T.J. Watt, Highsmith. That's a freaking defensive line right there.
You got no quarterback.
You don't reach. Harmon. Well, if you're going off my board, Harmon is player 22, and he would have been higher if I wasn't worried about the medical concerns coming out. He would probably have been close to top 15. My number 22 player, Shedeur Sanders, is my number 41. Now, everyone's board is different, but Mike Tomlin had to have Harmon ahead of Shedeur Sanders on his board, so you got to trust the board here.
Wait, is this right here? Second round, Cleveland, first and fourth.
Yeah, they got the Jags.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Browns are gonna have some fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
Second round's fun. Chargers on the clock. So the Chargers' hope was to get Colston Loveland, and everyone knew he was probably gonna be off the board. And the other hope was Kenneth Grant. He's off the board. The Dolphins took him. Those are two Michigan guys for the Michigan guy Harbaugh, and Minter, the defensive coach, there too as well. So those guys are off the board. But there is a Michigan guy available right now that wouldn't be available if he didn't have an injury concern. That's Will Johnson, their star corner. Now, the Chargers, you could argue, don't really need a corner that bad. And they drafted so well last year in the middle rounds that they look pretty decent at corner. But they could upgrade at Will Johnson. And I know that the Michigan guys, the Michigan staffers, got to be going, we got to have our guy here. So they could take Will Johnson here. Michigan guy. They could take him. They could take him. My best player available, Maureen Hampton. They could, take Matthew Golden. Get Justin Herbert. They got Justin Herbert, Ladd McConkey last year. Get Justin Herbert, Matthew Golden. I'm pounding the table. I'm pounding it. Even though Hampton would be deadly in that offense, but they have Najee Harris. It's only for a year, but he'd be deadly. It's hard to miss for the Chargers here. Take Matthew Golden. If you go edge rusher, James Pierce. Could take the Michigan guy, Will Johnson. Amari and Hampton would like it, but take Matthew Golden. Brian says JP neck about to be sore as doom in the morning. Yeah, looks like. Look at that neck.
He's a baby. Baby's bones are like rubber.
Let's see. Where did McMillan?
Yep, got the nod from Pete. That's right.
I want Golden. All right, let's get Pete's the receiver expert. He played it in college. He coaches receiver right now. Oh, God, the camera went off. Already? I'll fix it. We're going to fix it right now.
All right, Pete, you go ahead, though.
No, I didn't finish. I didn't finish asking.
Oh.
We should be back in a second, boys.
All right. Reach for the stars. There we go.
Battery exhausted, but I fucking plugged it in. I do this every year, and it works.
Is that other thing plugged in? We got a graphics guy. Got to tighten up in the chat. Oh, we're back.
We're going to be back in a second.
We're back.
We're back, folks. Sorry about that. That happens every year. At about this time. It's usually a little later. We're only on pick 22, so hopefully that thing doesn't die now. Graphics guy fucked up. I had to do his job. All right, Pete. Well, I guess we can wait and see if the Chargers take Golden, but I was going to ask who ends up the better receiver, Tet McMillan with the Panthers and Emeka Egbuka with the Bucks. And, I mean, it's a good landing spot for Egbuka to be a good receiver, but he's behind some guys there. Or Golden with the Chargers. I would think Golden would be the best. Or
I'm
like
in
Kyle
agreement.
Williams with the Titans. I mean,
Oh,
Trey
that's
Harris
even
with the
better.
Titans. I can't.
Even better.
What does JP think?
Yeah, what do you think over there, Pete?
Yeah, he likes anyone to the Titans.
Yeah.
Anybody. But yeah, Golden to the Chargers would definitely be the best. Him and Herbert.
Here,
I mean, they got Hockey already too,
what if the
but
Packers get Matthew Golden? What if the Vikings are on
Yeah.
the clock and they don't trade? I think I want Matthew Golden. That's who I want. Jefferson, Addison, Matthew Golden. Are you kidding me? You just gotta.
He's got to go here.
Even though I said Donovan Jackson was kind of like my dream Vikings pick. Vikings only got 4 picks, though. I probably got to trade back. Don't have a ton of needs, but
they're getting some trade calls.
what kind of chains he's wearing? Those look nice.
Little puka shows.
Huh? Chargers, I'm going to predict. I've been pounding the table for them to take Golden, but I'm going to. Who am I going to guess? Yeah. They're going to go Will Johnson. I think they might go Will Johnson. Harbaugh's got to get his Michigan guy, right? They don't really need a corner that badly, though. I mean, they had a lot of injuries there, though, last year. And, who knows if those young guys are going to be as good. They were surprisingly really solid. Jarheeb Still and Cam Hart. And Cam Hart got injured. Cam Hart being that good, makes Benjamin Morrison. I mean, Hart was good, but Benjamin Morrison, if he's healthy, he's going to be a stud, too. But that'll be a pick tomorrow just because he's coming off an injury. Texans are praying Josh Simmons drops to them, and it looks like he will right now unless someone trades up ahead of the Texans, maybe in that Viking spot. I could totally see the Chiefs going to the Viking spot. Chiefs going from 31 to 24 to take Josh Simmons. Could see it. Or Josh Connerly. I want them to take Golden, I think. I mean, even though I want him on the Vikings, actually. But
The Vikings are going to take Shadur.
what? What if the Vikings took Shadur?
Yeah.
No. Taking our time here on this one.
I don't get it.
Who's the graphics guy's? What's the graphics guy's name? Oh, who is the graphics guy? Name him.
No, we're never going to do that.
It's the graphics guy.
Can't reveal his true identity. He's currently sleeping on Pete. No,
There he
look
is.
at him. What is he doing? Is he
Where are you
crying?
going? No, he's sleeping. He's just making some noises in his sleep.
Fun fact for you. Pretty proud of myself. I haven't pissed once.
I,
Yeah,
It's coming.
it's
I
surprising.
could go right now, but I'm not going to go right now. We're waiting for the Chargers pick. That one year I went like fucking
12 times.
6 times.
It was more than that.
You think 7?
Uh-oh. Pick is in.
Yeah, it doesn't pop up unless I look at it. Though. What I got spoiled the Ted McMillan pick and the Jalen Walker pick, and both those I predicted, so I spoiled them myself. Good pick for the Chargers, chat says. I like that when you don't spoil it, but you say good pick or surprise pick. Oh, but that guy spoiled it,
Yeah,
I
you
think.
did. I mean, this pick makes sense if that's it.
Amari and Hampton.
a good pick.
Poor Najee Harris is going to be one and done in the
Yeah.
Chargers, and how are you going to use both those guys though? You know, I feel like one of those guys needs like a load, and I think it's Hampton. This is a beast right here. When do you see a running back that is 6 feet tall? Well, how much they showed how much he weighed? He weighs a good amount for a running back. 4.4 speed, can catch the ball, could pass protect. I mean, I'm trying to figure out something he's missing. He's not missing anything. This was the guy on my radar when he was a backup 3 years ago. I knew this was going to be a future top first round pick. The second I saw him run, the guy just has it. He was on my guys list. It's a Harbaugh and Greg Roman running back. I mean, Najee just lost today. He just lost. But Chargers got a stud. Who's going to get Matthew Golden? The Packers going to steal Matthew Golden? They need a receiver. They do not take receivers in the first round, but they do not have a number one receiver. They have a bunch of number two receivers, and they're either inconsistent or they're injured. They need a legit number one for Jordan Love. Matthew Golden could be that guy. I think we skipped. I apologize for it. Richie donated $4.99. I think we didn't get to that. Thanks, man. Been watching forever. Go Browns. Go Browns. Who do you think we target if we don't trade? Hopefully he's still here. This was a little bit ago. This was 17 minutes ago. I apologize for that. Appreciate the donation. Browns, I mean, a lot of needs so they can go any route. They're going to take a quarterback with one of those picks. Could be Shador, but I think the Giants find a way to trade up ahead of him and take Shador. Maybe the Browns trade up tonight and take him, but maybe it's Dart or Shuck. In their case, I would hope they go Dart. But Shuck's a little more pro-ready, so if they want a guy right now. And they could go with a running back, one of the Ohio State guys. Caleb Johnson from Iowa is a guy. The Bears, I think, are going to be targeting Caleb Johnson if they want a running back. It's a good fit. I didn't switch to the Packers here. Or they can go offensive tackle, but it's kind of getting thin. We'll see if some of the guys that are still available end up being there, but I doubt it. Appreciate the donation. Sorry we got to that very late. Sorry if I missed any other ones. He's still here, brother. Still here, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, they're going to be taking a quarterback one of those picks. I guess Dart right now.
You got to come up and jump the Browns.
I mean, we're talking about the Browns. Giants got to jump the Browns to take Shador. That's why I don't think the Browns will get Shador.
Right, but someone could even jump both of them.
Yeah, like the Saints.
Yeah.
Saints like Dart. I bet you we could see the Giants and the Saints trade up tonight still.
Yeah.
Giants for Shador and the Saints for Dart. And the Browns take Shuck probably early one. Packers, clock still rolling. I mean, they should be running the podium for Matthew Golden. That staff should be getting naked in the war room right now. For what? With Matthew Golden still on the board, my chain is ripping my hair. There we go.
Boo, Packers, boo.
Matthew Golden. All right, I mocked the Packers' Donovan Ezuraku a bit. Fun fact, Donovan Ezuraku played at Boston College, right?
Right.
Last year, the Packers hired Jeff Hafley as their defensive coordinator, right? Where did he come from? He was the head
Boston
coach
College.
at Boston College. They need an edge rusher that just gets sacks. He gets sacks. It's a fit. It makes sense. But Matthew Golden was not supposed to be on the board here. So I think Golden or Ezuraku, but James Pierce is my best edge rusher available, so that would be better than Ezuraku, even though Ezuraku is a fit. Mike Green's a possibility. He gets to the quarterback. That's where I'm at. Ezuraku, Golden, Pierce, Mike Green. Will Johnson still available. They could go corner here. There's another option for you. I mean, Trey Amos, a good corner as well. I wish I brought my notebook up here. I'm going to start writing down these grades as they're in my head. Packers might be trying to trade. I don't really know why. Maybe the Chiefs are trying to come up here or somebody coming up here. to take a tackle, or maybe like we talked about Giants Saints, somebody trying to trade up to get their quarterback before the Browns get him with the first pick in the second round. Yeah, Will Johnson does have a knee issue. Some teams worried it's going to affect him long term. He had a toe injury as well. He's a little slower, but he's so instinctive. He's had multiple, flashy interceptions, but he had one in week 1 this year against Fresno State. It was a screen pass. He's playing off. He wasn't playing press on the line of scrimmage, and the dude ran up to take a screen pass away for 6 before the ball was he knew it was coming, and he made the play. You've seen it before. I mean, I've seen players do it before, but it's a sight when a player, is that smart. And he surely looked athletic on that play. People knocking his speed, but he's still available. Packers could use a corner. Team's worried about his knee. Imagine if he's in round 2, man, because he was supposed to be a top 10 pick. Like, that guy was supposed to be a star cornerback, but missed a lot of this year. I honestly, I was wrong, but I thought, because Michigan was stinking it up this year, and I thought Will Johnson had a minor injury, and he was going, well, I'm about to be a top pick, and our season's kind of over. It's disappointing, so I'm just kind of going to not risk it. I thought it was one of those, but apparently the injury is still a thing. So, but I think he's going to be good to go to start the year. It's just teams worry, how long he's going to last. Is he going to get injured again? Yeah, it could be the Broncos passed on Amari and Hampton, and the Chargers got him. He's going to be running all over the Broncos for years to come.
Mm-hmm. Pick is in.
They should take Golden, but Ezraku's the fit, but James Pierce is the better pass rusher. Could see Will Johnson. Anything else, I might be a little surprised. I wouldn't be shocked with Amos. Mike Green definitely would not be surprising. I wouldn't be shocked with Amos. I wouldn't be shocked with Burden. A surprise pick I could see is JT Tuimoloau, who's one of my favorite players in the draft. Very underrated. Nobody gave him a chance to be a first-round pick. I think he could be a first-round pick. JP Tuimoloau. What?
Are you excited that you're on the clock?
We're not on the clock.
Technically,
Oh,
you
yeah,
are.
we are on the clock. We'll see who the Packers take. I mean, the guy I was saying for months I wanted for the Vikings is Donovan Jackson, and I expected him to be there. He's there, but Matthew Golden's possibly on the board still, and it's just, I know we don't really need a receiver, but. It's your time, Green Bay. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Freaking Roger cracks me up.
He's drunk.
Pro roller.
I bet you he's drinking a little. He's sipping on a little something back there.
Yeah, probably.
Pro roller.
You got to take Golden, right? They got to. But they never take a receiver in the first. That crowd's pretty crazy. That crowd is crazy looking.
Particularly since we are the only community-owned team in the NFL.
All right, announce the pick. Announce the damn pick. All those people?
There's no way.
That's a sick crowd, though. We're at the stadium in the background. My God. That's a view. You got to admit.
No, I won't.
You won't do it.
I won't do it.
He won't do it.
With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers, for the first time since 2011.
They did it. They did it. Hell of an announcement. No. Wow. You gotta clap it.
All right, fine.
You gotta clap it up. Best receiver in the draft. That's debatable. Goes to the Green Bay Packers. They got a receiver one. Jordan Love is going to be in love. He's feeling golden. Matthew's feeling golden with that suit. Watch out for the Green Bay Packers. I can't risk seeing the Vikings pick, but I got a tweet. Oh, I can't risk it. I can't risk it. So if I see the pick, I'm going to be pissed. But wait, I think we might trade back, though.
I don't know.
Packers finally get a wide receiver, and it's the best one. He's their best receiver. He's their best receiver. He's going to be so good with Love. I want to watch Nick Saban and the boys. Vikings on the... I would have taken him if I was the Vikings. My Vikings are on the clock, 5 minutes. This is what I want. I'll just tell you what I want. I mean, who's my best available? It's Josh Simmons, isn't it? It is, but we don't really need a tackle. If Darisaw goes down again, we need a tackle. But why get an injured tackle, right? They're not going to do that. James Pierce is my next best available player. He is versatile where they can find ways to use him, but we have so many damn pass rushers. But all these guys just too good to pass on. They're so high on my board that I'd be good with it. But Donovan Jackson fills that left guard need. He's my number one guard in the class. Have him higher in the Cowboys guard they took at 12. And Donovan Jackson filled in at left tackle when Ohio State won the national championship game. If Darisaw goes down, Jackson can play left tackle. So that is my dream pick, even though I have a couple guys higher on my board. Will Johnson's still there, too. We could use a corner. And Will Johnson's still there. But trading back is... Oh, pick is in. They're not trading back. So the Vikings had to have somebody. Paskey, Hunter, donated $1.99, praying for Will Johnson for the Vikings. Yeah, they could use a corner. Okay, if I... good picks based off need, Donovan Jackson, Will Johnson. Good picks based off my board. I mean, they're not going to take Josh Simmons. James Pierce. Brian Flores would find different ways to be able to use Pierce, even though we have Gernard, Van Ginkel, Dallas Turner. Pierce can play off ball. He can line up in different spots, so they'd find ways to use him. I don't think it's the pick, but I love James Pierce. Other than that, I probably would. Trey Amos is on my guys list. Here's a wild card. Those guys I mentioned I could see. Here's a wild card. Absolute wild card. I'm not predicting it. But Jahad Campbell, Alabama star linebacker. He can play off ball. He can play off the edge. He can blitz. He's freaky athletic. Seems like a Brian Flores guy. Not a major knee, but it seems like a Brian Flores guy. But he does have some injuries. A lot of guys with the injury concerns. I'm going to predict... Man, I've been saying Donovan Jackson makes a lot of sense for them. It's like kind of a dream for some time. So I got to go with that. But with Will Johnson being here, and less than a week ago, he was not supposed to be here, not even close. I could see that. But it could be a surprise pick. I could see Flores just loving Savone Revel, who I'm on record saying Revel would be the best corner in the class if it wasn't for his multiple injuries. There's so many guys with the injuries. Benjamin Morrison might be the best corner in the class if it wasn't for the underwhelming start of this year and then the injury. Nick Amanwari is another one. Nick Amanwari is one I could see. Versatile, physical, elite trait-based safety. Is boom or bust. He's either going to be insane, like Derwin James on steroids, or he's going to be a complete bust like Melifonwu. Could definitely see that. We have a donation. Jake McKinney, you're the best NFL Twitter out. Long-time ex-sub. Oh, I appreciate you very, very much. Hoping to do more for the. Thank you, $5. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're not super active on Twitter right now because we're here though. But not that you question that, but.
You should expect from me, man. I'm a reliable target, and I get open anywhere on the field, man. Whatever the team.
I could see Malachi Starks, but I think it's a little early for him, even though there's a lot of people out there that would love the pick. I personally would not, but I wouldn't absolutely hate it. But it'd be a little scary what Lewis seen, taking another Georgia safety. But scout the player, not the helmet. But I wasn't super high on Starks anyways. So I think the best safeties in the class right like today would be Xavier Watts and Andrew Makuba, but the best safety I have ranked is Nick Amanwari just because the freaky upside. The dude is made in a lab somewhere. Yeah, Donovan Jackson, Will Johnson, or Nick Amanwari is my prediction. Here we go.
24th pick.
Uh-oh.
2025 NFL Draft. The Minnesota Vikings select Donovan Jackson.
There it is.
Ohio State.
I said it months ago. That's kind of the dream pick for the Vikings. My number one guard in the class. He filled in that tackle for Ohio State in the down the stretch, and they won the national chief. Played great there.
Kicked out to tackle one of the more unselfish moves on an unselfish team. And Donovan Jackson
There it is.
himself well, and he's the first
Good fit.
Trade alert. Trade alert.
Texans trade the pick.
The Giants.
Uh-oh, Shadur.
Here it comes. I wonder if the Vikings got it all. They couldn't pass on Donovan Jackson. Here come the Giants. All the latest rumors where they're coming up to get Dart, but it's got to be Shador, right? We put the glasses on. I hit a lot of predictions this draft, I like to say. Even if it wasn't the most recent mock, I know I do a million mocks, but like the fit talk, the who makes sense, that's what it's about, right? No one's getting a perfect mock. Nick Saban, baby. Nick Saban. I trust Nick Saban over all these guys, too. Loves Donovan Jackson. The beauty with Donovan Jackson, he's a plug-in. He's going to start at left guard. The Vikings' offensive line's completely revamped. They already had maybe one of the best tackle duos in football. They add Will Fries at right guard. They add Ryan Kelly at center. Now they add Donovan Jackson at left guard. And the beauty of it, again, he proved he can play left tackle if he needs to. If Darisaw goes down again, he's elite if he's healthy, so it's pray he doesn't go down. But if he goes down, boom, Donovan Jackson slides to left tackle. You got some insurance. You don't have to trade for Cam Robinson. I'm glad we were watching. Is this him? Yeah.
Think of an excuse for it, but I loved it. Having someone I love so much, so like next door to me, and she and my dad have supported me through this long journey. My mom would always ask her class, "No, what's your plan B if athletics never worked out?" And I always told her that this was plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So now I'm glad it worked out. She wasn't happy about the answer at the time. I'm betting she's happy about it now.
I don't know why the clock's still running for the Giants. They traded up for the pick.
Now they got to think about it.
Got to think about it. I think it's Shador. I think everyone's going to agree, even though the insiders on Twitter said it's Dart.
Oh, pick is in.
Pick is in. Giants reporters, I saw Jets reporters were saying it's actually Dart that Brian Daboll likes more. I think it's smoke. Texans traded down. Do we have the details? I don't want to really look on. I got to piss.
Hustle. 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 Where are the glasses?
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe he actually went to go pee at this time right here.
Yeah.
This is something. This is going to be interesting. I
picks
mean,
are
we kind of
coming.
figured the Giants were going to trade up.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. They've always been in on Shador, and he had the Giants. He had like the custom Giants cleats he was showing off. But then all the
gotta
stuff
be.
that's coming out with them like in Dart now, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be so funny with if the camera's on Shador, also it's Jackson Dart.
Oh, it's back. Ooh, they took Shadur.
Oh, he made it. He made it. He got the glasses.
I gotta piss. All right, let's try not to see the pick. Oh, here's the trade details. Giants get 25. Texans get 34. Third round pick. 2026 third round pick.
It's not bad.
30. Remember that. 34. I'll remember the
34.99.
future third. 34 and 9. I'll remember that. We'll go to the chart. Gonna go to the chart. Let's pull it up. Here's the trade chart. So, and it's highlighting the Giants picks. So, Giants came for, okay, their pick was worth 560. Texans 720. What's 720 minus 560?
Pete,
What was 720 minus what?
I think it's 160.
560.
Yeah.
160 is the difference. So the Giants owe the Texans 160. What picks did they get? 65? No, I
No.
already forgot.
It was 99 and
It
like
was 90
30,
something.
34.
34,
We're already
99
counting
future third.
Okay, so they got 99, which is 104 in a future third. That's a pretty good deal for. That's a good deal for the Giants. They gave up. The Giants gave up 34 and 99 in a future third.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's pretty even for both sides. I figured the Giants would have to give up more. I would have figured they would have to give up a little bit more than that. Texans make some weird trades, and I didn't even point out the fact that. How didn't I point out the fact that the Texans had two really good tackles on the board? They really wanted a tackle, two really good tackles on the board, and they didn't take them. Maybe they want a guard. I think the Giants are going to take Shador, even though the latest rumors were Dart. I got the prime glasses.
gotta be. Right? It's gotta be. Dart would literally be another Daniel Jones pick.
Whoa, Rams just traded to the
No.
Falcons. Did they take Shuck? Or did they take? They took Dart.
Crazy.
What's going on with Shadur? Like, what?
Well, I gotta pat myself in the back a little bit more. Dart was my number 2 over Shador, which is risky because he's got to learn an NFL offense. But they're coming off the board like I think they should come off the board. My worry is, Dart needs to sit and learn an NFL offense. He has the talent is there. And for the record, I was super low on Matt Corral. I was lower than anyone on Matt Corral, so I don't think it's the same learning curve, but it'll take the Shador glasses off. It's the
Take
same
those
learning
off.
curve, but he has so much more talent than a guy like Matt Corral. But this offense is very QB friendly. There's no under center. There's no cadence. It's just clapping. We learned that today. He kind of, in Gruden's QB camp, it looked pretty funny. But it doesn't change that he doesn't have talent. But it's going to take him a little bit of time. And the Giants are going to start Russell Wilson, and Winston probably be the backup. So it's a good situation, but the part that's not a good situation is people are failing with the playing for the Giants right now. People are under this staff. I wish they fired their staff, but I mean, Daboll is you think he's a good offensive mind. There goes Jackson Dart. God, his brother looks just like him. Look at his brother. I didn't even know he had a brother. You know that's his brother.
The Ole Miss connection. Eli Manning came out of Ole Miss. Now we got another quarterback out of there. But guess what, folks?
The Giants. It's a fact. The Giants did more work on Shador than anyone out there. They've been studying him for a long, long time, like more than anyone studies quarterbacks. They've been going to every single game, really scouting them. And even Dion said he hopes that Shador ends up in New York. Said that. Didn't really say the Giants or the Jets, but you think he was talking about the Giants. And they take Jackson Dart. So that tells you whose tape was better. Dart, again, he's got the only question for me is Dart learning and picking up an NFL offense. Being smart enough. He might be. He may not be. If he figures it out, he's going to be really good because he has arm strength. He doesn't have an elite. He checks every box, right? He doesn't have elite arm strength, but he's got a really good arm. He's very solid athletes. Not an elite athlete. He's a very solid athlete. He's tough as shit. You probably should cut it out, but he'll lower his shoulder and try to run you over. And he did it in college at times. And that's where he kind of gets Jalen Hurts comparisons, where he's just not really elite at anything. I mean, Hurts is pretty elite, mobile wise. Super tough, pretty smart. So that's where the comparison comes. I see a little Brock Purdy at the same time. It's just all about does he learn this offense? I think his throw on the run ability is pretty. Oh yeah, how about the Falcons trade? All we heard was the Falcons needing to trade back because they have a limited amount of picks because all the trade they did last year. And they made their selection at 15. Here's the trade. Oh, my God.
A 2026 first rounder?
Wait, what did that say? Third?
What? Rams go back to 46, and they get a 7th-round pick, and they get a first-round pick next year.
Holy crap.
That was bigger than the Giants trade they just did.
And that's perfect for the Rams, who might need a future quarterback, and the Rams are smart enough to know this is not the draft class. Next year's the draft class to get the future quarterback. We don't need a future quarterback yet anyways. We got Matt Stafford. They'll end up with like Arch Manning or something.
Yeah.
Or they'll end up with Nussmeier.
Oh, my God. That's bad.
Can we remember what it was exactly? I'll remember enough. Oh, shit. So the Falcons had to have somebody. Who is it? Another pass rusher? Yeah. They got Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. I mean, that looks pretty nasty.
Wow.
But they traded a lot. Pierce doesn't look that pumped up. Doesn't go good with the attitude questions. He just looked like whatever.
He looks so skinny.
He's really skinny, but he's stronger than you think. And he ran 4.40.
Wow.
And he gets sacks. He's got a nasty inside. You gonna see it? Yeah, that he wins with that inside. It's just his quickness and his hands are just. But he can drive. Like that is a physical tackle. He can drive back. This is my number 3 pass rusher in the class. He's got a little unorthodox way about him when he's rushing from wide, where he almost tries to juke out the tackle. But man, he gets pressure. He can stop the run. He can play off ball. Why isn't he jacked up? He's just a different dude. Maybe I don't know. He maybe just doesn't know how to react on camera.
Yeah.
But there was all this talk about his attitude just sucks. Like he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't.
I mean, that's not great for that.
But I think if there was none of that, he probably would have been. He would have been. He might have been the Falcons' first pick. I mean, probably even earlier than that.
Wow.
Pete's a Tennessee guy. James Pierce, thoughts?
A little disappointed.
Can't hear Pete, but let him rip it out.
Yeah, a little disappointed this season with him. Like he had high expectations. He was supposed to go top 5, like even top pick in the draft before the season. But he I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the issue was, off-field issues, or the coaches had issues with him. He was on a pitch count, like in games. Like he wouldn't play every single snap. It was kind of weird, but Came out a little rusty to start the year, but then he started to pick it up at the end. His junior, like the year or his sophomore year, the year before, he was ridiculous.
This is wild.
Ravens.
What do the Ravens need or want here? I still can't believe the Shadur thing. Why is he dropping so much?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
What happened?
Who's on the clock? Ravens are on the clock. Ravens. I think this could be a surprise pick. This could be a surprise. Whoops.
Top.
Shadur takes a lot of sacks.
Really?
Number one, ton of sacks. He'll run straight back. He'll hold the ball forever. He'll run straight backwards. He's tough as shit. He's very, very accurate. Doesn't have the best arm strength. Kind of has to put a lot of air under the ball to get it downfield. That's a knock, obviously. And then you wonder about like the attitude, the kind of the baggage he comes with. I heard he did an interview. There was some teams are saying it was like the worst interview I've had with a player, just maybe because he doesn't want to play for that team or the cockiness or whatever. And then some people are saying that's kind of way overblown. Like he's not as full of himself as his dad, you know. So people that like reporters that have talked to him say, you know, really nice things. Like really good kid. He shook my hand, you know, right away and stuff like that. So I'm not doubting. He's definitely got to be a nice kid, probably, but he comes with a little bit, and taking sacks could lose you football games. You can throw interceptions these days, and if you can dig yourself out of it, you make big plays, you can win the football games. But if you take sacks in bad moments and have to, you know, force your team to punt the football, and you do it a bit, that'll lose you some football games. So. For the Ravens, who's my top player available? Josh Simmons, the tackle from Ohio State. Teams must be concerned about his injury, but I'm telling you, this could be the best tackle in the class if he wasn't injured. So explosive, so elite explosiveness out of his stance and getting downfield, getting upfield from an offensive tackle. I don't know if I've seen it better. Could use a little bit more power coming off a knee injury. He was at his pro day not too long ago, and he didn't do like the 40 and stuff, but he was on the field moving around. I thought he looked fine, so I don't know. Would the Ravens take him? It looks like they're pretty set at tackle, but if Ronnie Stanley goes down, then they're not. They could use a guard. Guards are thin right now, let me tell you. I'll tell you that. Miles, I can see them here's a surprise one. Jonas Savai-Naya from Arizona played a bit of guard and right tackle. I think he plays guard at the next level. Feels like a Ravens guard to me. That feels like a Ravens guard. It'd be a surprise pick. Here's another surprise pick I could see. Mason Taylor, the LSU tight end. There's rumors about them trading Mark Andrews. Yes, they have Isaiah Likely, but they love their tight ends. They like to use them. They do have Charlie Kolar. Nothing super special there. I can see them taking Mason Taylor. I kind of hope they do it because I said it at one point, and then I was getting completely ripped. Donovan Ezeraku is one I totally could see. It's a Ravens fit off the edge. Mike Green's another guy with the off the field issue. He was at Virginia. He had an incident.
Why are they just showing their board?
Yeah, we can see the Ravens board right now.
God. Oh my God!
It was hard to read. I couldn't read it.
You just have to take a screenshot of that. You can read if you zoom in. You can read their board.
AI it up.
Yeah. Oh my God!
Anybody in the chat? I haven't been paying attention to the chat for a little bit. I'm sorry. A lot to go over. Anybody in the chat read that board? Could be Will Johnson. A lot of people thought Malachi Starks. Again, I wouldn't really love. I mean, he would play. He would probably pan out if he played with Kyle Hamilton, right? Kyle Hamilton could be the best in football. I'm gonna Ezeraku or one of those surprise picks I said.
The Baltimore Ravens select Malachi Starks,
There goes Starks.
defensive back, Georgia.
There goes Starks. I wasn't super high on Starks compared to the rest, but I mean that's a pretty good spot for him to go to the Ravens and play with Kyle Hamilton. My Marcus Williams didn't work out there though, so we'll see. But yeah, see, everyone says he can play in the nickel because he played there this year, but I hated his tape this year. I did not think he was good in the nickel this year. I mean, he had decent moments, but 2023 he played free safety, which he'll play with the Ravens. They're going to use him at free safety, so that's good. I'm confident they're going to use him there. See, this is where he's good. He's really good at making a play on the ball like this, an athletic play. See, I don't know if this is like the greatest rep right here. I mean, the ending is, but he allows the guy behind him a bit. And he gets downhill and tackles, but I've seen him whiff on it quite a few as well. Texas game in the SEC title game was pretty brutal for him. They were picking on him a lot. But he's a free safety. He's not a slot corner, right? That's where they used him a lot last year. It wasn't great. And the Ravens have a strong safety in Kyle Hamilton. Marlon Humphrey plays in the slot a bit. They added Chidobe Awuzie, who could play both outside and in like Humphrey. So the good news is Starks is going to play at free safety, and that's where he belongs, and he'll probably pan out here. To me, there was nothing that said, like, yes, first-round pick with him. So that's why I wasn't super high. But we're at pick 27. Late first round, so it is what it is. Lions are on the clock. I mocked the Lions' Mike Green a ton, and he is still on the board. But there are questions about his past issue off the field while he was at Virginia. Got kicked out of there because he was in trouble. Then he transferred to Marshall, but he got so many sacks, and he's so skilled getting after the quarterback. Even though he is undersized, and that shows at times. But the Lions are basically an edge rusher and staying healthy away from possibly actually winning a Super Bowl, actually maybe getting there. And Mike Green is there. Donovan Ezeraku's there. Here's a surprise one that I've said in the past I could see. JT Tuimoloau, huge fan. I love the fit with the Detroit Lions. I've said that before. I love that. I would love that pick. There were some rumors about them trading Jameson Williams and then taking a receiver here. St. Brown is a dominant slot receiver, so I don't think they would take Burden or Jalen Noel. A guy, if they were going to take a receiver here and surprise people, I'm going to give you two guys. Jaden Higgins from Iowa State and Trey Harris from Ole Miss. I think Trey Harris a little bit better, but another guy with multiple injuries recently. So I would say if they were taking a receiver, it'd be Higgins. But I think they're going to take Mike Green or JT Tuimoloau. That's what I think. Maybe Ezeraku, but Mike Green or Tuimoloau. I've been mocking Green, but I've been saying Tuimoloau is a total fit, and I can surprisingly see it.
What did he do off the field?
Who?
Mike Green.
I forget what. It was an incident with a young lady, like one of those types. So
I mean, Jalen Carter killed a man.
Did he
And
actually?
then he won a Super Bowl.
I don't know if he actually.
Then he flee
I
the
think he
scene of an
flew the
accident.
scene, yeah, but I don't know if he actually.
That's killing a man in my book.
I don't think we can't say that. We can't say that. We don't know that. I don't think he didn't actually do that. He didn't do
fled
it.
the scene. That's confirmed.
But he fled the scene. But I don't know if he was the one that did it. I don't think. I think
You
that'd
don't think
be
he was driving?
No, I don't.
I think it was like they were like racing, weren't they? It was like him and his
Yeah, he was
teammates were
racing the person that.
Yeah.
Is that what Pete's saying right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was racing the person that got in the accident, and he just got out. So
Still not a great look. but
it's
you
not a
can win
great
Super
look, but he
Bowl
technically
without
didn't do
field
anything
issues.
wrong. So he's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Well, not everything's fine, but
Okay.
You got some time with your family while you waited. What has your family done for you to get you to this moment?
it's a good spot for Starks to land if he wants to pan out there.
Miami.
Baltimore Raven.
Oh boy.
Baltimore
Yeah, I'm
Ravens.
good.
A Tennessee Titan.
Tennessee Titan. Browns, Bears, Bears. Uh-oh.
What did Brad Holmes do? Here's a fun fact. Fun fact for you. Since Brad Holmes, right there, has been, since he was hired, so every year I do my guys list. It's my favorite players in the draft, guys that I'm way higher on than everyone else. Since he's been the GM, the Lions have taken at least one. Before last year, they've taken more than one of my guys every single year.
Who they gonna do?
And
Who
they
gonna
pan out.
Give me some of your guys here that they might go with.
Jameer Gibbs, Brian
No, no,
Branch,
right
Kirby
here.
Joseph, JT Tuimoloau would be the guy. But I mocked them Mike Green a ton. It's got to be one of those guys.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Tyleek Williams,
Oh, wow.
defensive tackle, Ohio State.
That's a shocker. That's a surprise pick right there. Yeah. They have so many defensive tackles. Are they getting rid of DJ Reader?
They all got hurt last year. I mean, their whole defense got hurt, I guess. But
I mean, the Lions value stopping the run as much as anyone in football. And they did it at the best rate in football last year until their defensive line got super injured, and then they could not stop the run, and they just were not the same team. So they want to make sure they get an extra guy that can do it. But they got the guys coming back from injury. They're not injuries. They're not really durability concerned guys. And they also signed Roy Lopez at the same time, who's a nose tackle. So this is they got too many nose tackles, I feel like. And Williams can play more than those, but it's a little bit of a surprise here. So it's just the Lions valuing something so much where they feel like they cannot have enough of them. So he's a good player. I think it's a safe pick where he's for sure going to be a good run stuffer. But it's, how much upside is this? How many snaps is he going to play? The Lions feel like they can wait for that edge rusher perhaps, but
Good. The
Switch it.
thing, yeah.
I wonder if they're moving on from DJ Reader.
Commandos,
Commanders
right?
could trade back because they're a little limited on picks because all the trades they've done, but they could take one of these edge rushers for sure. They could take a corner. So teams must be a little scared with Mike Green. But that off the field issue, it seems like it passed. It's not like, it doesn't really sound like it. Maybe it's a huge thing, but since then he's transferred to Marshall and played multiple years there. Mike Hall or Tyleek, and they're totally different. Tyleek's way better stopping the run. Mike Hall's better getting after the quarterback.
Check out the new whip. Fully custom. How many Bud Lights can you fit in there, puppy? As many Bud Lights as it takes. A lot of Bud Lights. Well, give me one of those.
I was surprised about that pick. One of the more surprising ones of the day. Commanders. I mean, I would say Mike Green, but everyone's passing on him. Donovan Ezeraku, and he's dropping because of the power thing. I say he doesn't win with. There's no bull rush.
Oh, a future Goat House Hall of Famer has entered the chat. Hunter, wow. He's calling the shot.
Yeah, he's been here for a while.
Wow.
First house.
First house.
Here's a sneaky one for the Commanders. I'm looking at my board here. Josh Simmons. Put him at right tackle. They could use a right tackle. He's not supposed to be here. He's here, I guess, because he got injured last year. So maybe he's not healthy. I feel like he is, but pick is in.
The pick is in.
The Texans might have traded back and still got one of those tackles like Simmons or Connerly. They're the second pick in the second round. But
Still got the Browns in front of him, though.
yeah, the Chiefs too.
Yeah.
Chiefs are gonna take one. So I don't know if they pulled that off.
Is the perfect time to save on beautiful new outdoor furniture from Garmin.
Wow. All right. We'll go get some furniture. Ah, more furniture.
Patio furniture. Wicker sectionals from just
Every commercial is furniture.
Is this furniture or to lose it?
Oh,
Who's winning the NBA Finals?
I don't know.
Are you even paying attention?
No.
Yeah, I really. Playoffs were fun last year, actually, but I don't know. This year was just really bad. And then the Luka trade, which was obviously like all rigged up, happened. I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, I like me some Cavaliers, but I just like the team.
I think it'd be really funny if the Nuggets won because Jokic is basically coaching the team with like a broken accent right now, and he's MVP, or at least he should win MVP, and that'd be pretty wild if he won it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're gonna.
The Cavs are built right.
Built right, but the
They're built
Celtics.
right.
If Tatum's okay, the Celtics know how to do it.
Yeah.
Thunder are pretty nutty.
They are. They are nutty.
Yeah, I think Thunder Celtics.
Celtics, Thunder Celtics.
Yeah, that's what Pete said.
The NBA is a bad product. Well, baseball. You still watch baseball?
Yeah, I've been watching the Cubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's with the torpedo bats? Break it down for me.
I don't know. I mean, I want to find one. I want to use one. I'd love to swing one.
OKC down 24 right now.
Wow.
Yikes.
Texans at 34. Connerly, Ursery, running back. Do you like the trade? I thought they could have got more. For the Giants going up to get a quarterback, I thought they could have got more. It's not a bad trade. Technically, it's an even trade, but typically the teams that go back get more than an even deal, like we saw with the other trades. Oh, and he donated $9.99. What a
this
guy.
kid's trying to buy his way in. No, don't
Buy his
clap
way
that
in.
up. This kid's buying his way in.
He's put the work in.
All right. All right. One clap.
Let's see if Connerly or Simmons come off the board here anytime soon. First, appreciate the donation. Hopefully, one of those guys are there for you. They took a tackle.
Ninth is Doom.
Wow. See, this is interesting here, and I'll tell you why. I like Josh Connerly. It's nice as Doom still here. Here's the thing, though. Connerly was a left tackle, and sometimes the tackles can move from left to right, and maybe he could do it. But the Senior Bowl, he took reps at right tackle, and he did not look good. And I was like, all right, I'm not worried because this guy was a stud left tackle. But the Commanders got Laramie Tunsil to play left. They need a right tackle, so they're going to put Connerly there. It's a little scary. Can he play? I mean, he did good against Abdul Carter. He's good. Before this year, Connerly was known as like a third-round pick at best. But he really improved this year. I think he's super quick, super smooth. I love the tape against Illinois specifically. I specifically remember that game. I'm like, whoa, is this the best tackle in the class? UCLA was a good one, too. I love these uniforms from Oregon, by the way. These just basic ones. I know Brian didn't really love those ones, but like these ones I don't love. Everyone loves these uniforms. But yeah, Illinois, show the rep where he blocks forever. This is it. He just blocks forever on this play. Like, how does he? That's not even the one I was thinking of. He had multiple like that in the Illinois game where I'm like, how is Gabriel not getting sacked? You watch Connerly, like that's freaking why right there. So, like him, but that's the weird thing. I heard that from people, some smart people, that he's strictly a left tackle. He's not going to play guard. He's not going to play right tackle. He goes to the Senior Bowl. He gets his ass kicked lining up at right tackle. It's like, all right, he's a left tackle. The Commanders just drafted him for right tackle. So, a little scary. They got a really good offensive line, or a really good offense. Maybe now an offensive line. So, I'll be optimistic with that one there. But I when I watch Connerly, I'm like, I'm a fan. I love this guy. Bills are on the clock.
The Buffalo Bills.
Bills. It's in alphabetical order. Am I stupid? I don't know. Am I stupid?
Oh.
Cornerback.
Tunsil a rental? I hope not. They traded a shit ton for him. Juiced balls are back, are they?
Yeah.
Who's winning the World Series? The Dodgers, right?
No.
No?
No.
Aren't they stacked as shit? I'm not asking you who the best team in baseball is right now. I'm asking you who's winning the World Series.
It's not going to be the Dodgers.
I feel like they're absolutely stacked, and it's
Yeah,
not even fair because
they're
there's no
not-
salary cap, right?
Yeah, they're not. That
I mean,
good.
you can go over the salary.
Yeah.
NFL's perfect with salary cap. Anyone that complains about it can go after themselves.
I mean, the Yankees are kind of due to do something.
Who
you
else
Think.
besides the Dodgers? The Yankees?
The Yankees are kind of due.
But they had no shot last year.
Yeah, but they're good on paper. It's just
Are the White Sox the worst team in baseball?
the Rockies are technically.
Really?
Yeah. But it's literally they just have the same amount of losses, and
I need one of those helmets. Those are nice.
those are nice.
Tyreek Williams a reach? No, yeah, it feels like a little bit of a reach just because like he's a really good player. It's a safe pick. You're going to get a run stuffer, but just because how much does he bring to you on passing downs, which he could get after the quarterback. Pick is in for the Bills. How much does he bring for you? How many snaps is he going to get? Like if you were to get Mike Green or JT Tuimoloau out there, they're going to start for you. They're going to give you some good production. Pulling my hair. Bills pick is in. Let me take a prediction here. If Will Johnson is cleared by them, health-wise, that's the guy. Trey Amos is a really good fit, so I'm thinking corner. They could go at one of the pass rushers like Mike Green or Donovan Ezeraku.
Whoa,
Why do you keep doing that?
that wasn't me.
Most surprising pick so far, I think it's the Bucks taking Egbuka. I think it's the Bucks taking it because they're loaded at receiver. Egbuka's been a slot receiver. They have Godwin McMillan have been slot receivers. After that, I mean the Falcons trading up into the first and giving up a first was pretty wild. Who they actually picked and was not that wild. Something else. So Tyreek Williams, we just talked about the Lions. That's up there. The Bears taking Colson Loveland's a little surprising. Who else? I think the Broncos passing on Hampton.
I think if Shadur's still there at the end of this first round here, the Browns have a chance to really put themselves a day 1 and 2, like a really good.
They
group
could have, but they
together.
could have had Travis Hunter and Shador.
Yeah, but they clear. That's true. That is true. But you got
Two guys
picks
that got
coming up
their
here, high in
jerseys
the second.
retired.
Who would be a pick for the Eagles? Best pick for the Eagles? Let's see who's on the board, but Mike Green. Donovan Ezeraku. Nick Manwari. Bills. I'm going to guess it should be Will Johnson as long as he's cleared medically, but I'm going to guess Trey Amos.
For the second time tonight, we have the opportunity to grant a wish.
Henderson for the Texans, a running back. You pair it Mixon, maybe. I did like the Vikings pick. I've been saying for like more than a month that Donovan Jackson is a dream fit for them. Wasn't like a wow, like how was he there pick? No, but it was a dream fit. Perfect fit at left guard. Can also play tackle if Darisaw gets injured again.
Tommy is a 16-year-old living with a neuromuscular disorder.
I'm gonna guess Trey Amos, even though everyone's expecting Will Johnson right now, but I totally could see Will Johnson.
With me to make the announcement for his beloved Bills.
Look at those Bills shoes. Those are fresh.
Fucking beast.
Let's go Buffalo! With the 30th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Maxwell Harrison.
Oh, they went a different corner. They went Hairston. Fastest player in the draft. I'm surprised the Bills went that route, even though it's a corner. Harrison over Will Johnson and Trey Amos. Super speedy when he jumps, when he jumps routes, he takes the ball, he's gone. He plays super far off, though. Like when he played against Matthew Golden in Texas, he played a little scared. Like he was playing like 20 yards off the ball and just allowing catches underneath. And he's done that a bit. And then he's came up and missed the tackle then, especially against Texas. But if you get him to get a little more confident, trade alert. Chiefs are trading the pick. So Harrison has the upside because he's got playmaking ability. The Eagles just traded up one spot or what?
What? Wait, what just happened?
Who trades up one spot down here? I understand it. Like, I don't understand at the top, really, but you kind of can understand, like, at the top of the draft to make sure you get your quarterback that you need.
Don't say that, don't say that.
No, but they're not taking a quarterback.
No, I know, but don't say that. Because the Bears traded up one and got Mr.
Yeah, I never really understand. The Vikings did with J.J. McCarthy. I don't agree with trading up one spot anywhere, but you only see it with the quarterbacks.
Yeah, because you have to be, like, scared of getting jumped. Like, what? No one knows what anyone's going to do here.
Eagles had to have somebody. Maybe it's Josh Simmons to get prepare for life without Lane. Nah, Lane Johnson's still balling out. I know he's playing great. I don't know.
They're playing keep away from who?
Mike Green.
Oh, my God. Hunter's back again. Look at this guy.
Hunter, $1.99. Thanks for the draft content. Tomorrow will be fun. Yeah, we got another video coming tonight. We got videos coming tomorrow. Day 2 is always my favorite. Day 2 last year was so much fun with the trades at the top. Appreciate you very much for the long-time support and the donation. Eagles, I think it's got to be Mike Green or Donovan Ezeraku. Why the hell did they trade up one spot?
Well, here with the Harrison family, they're just soaking all of this.
I'm surprised the Bills went Harrison. Will Johnson the injury must be serious.
How are you feeling?
Injury must be. I'm surprised they went with him over Amos.
Blessed. I thank God he's living his dream. Thank God. Marvin, I think one of the most emotional moments for the night for me was watching you hug your son. It brought tears to my eyes. What was that like after he got the call he's been waiting for?
He worked so hard. You know, he wanted to just go in the first round. That's been a goal that he set.
All right. Okay. If the Chiefs just traded back one spot and they're going to steal Josh Simmons still,
What is it like to
it's it.
watch your brother
That's it?
It's it.
in front of all these people on the stage?
It is incredible to see.
That's it.
I honestly
If they traded one spot, it's free picks. Pricks. Free pricks.
What if the Eagles take him? Eagles.
They could. Sometimes teams only do that trade if they're like, who you taking? And they tell them. They don't always tell them. But then they don't always know the deal. So the Chiefs might know. I don't know if the Eagles would take him unless they think Lane Johnson's going to be done. And didn't he just sign a contract?
I don't know.
So special in here, and Reese, it was pretty
Does the team trade up for Shuck?
FaceTimed him. Max's message to Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback.
I think the Browns are going to take Shador with the first pick in the second round. I think the Saints will probably end up for Shuck. I bet you the Saints might move up a little bit in round 2 to get Shuck. It sounds stupid, but they might.
Trade with the Titans.
Or maybe they trade with the Browns to get Shador.
Yeah, but if the Browns.
Now, if the Browns want him, they won't. The Browns won't do it. This is a wild one. You never see a one-spot trade up here. It doesn't really make any sense. Just wait one more pick. It's probably Will Johnson. The Eagles always end up getting the guy that kind of slipped through that teams were afraid to take, and then he just ends up being perfectly fine.
Yeah, but that's same for like the Chiefs.
It's going to be Will Johnson. Eagles are taking Will Johnson, and the Chiefs are going to take Josh Simmons. Who do the Pats target in round 2? Luther Burden? Question mark. What pick do they have in round 2? It's pretty early. Could running back. Oh, that was a donation from Nick Kelly, $1.99. Appreciate you. I don't know if I said that part. Thank you. I'd see a running back for the Patriots or one of those receivers. Maybe one of the big body receivers like Higgins or Trey Harris. One of those running backs. Henderson, Judkins, Caleb Johnson. The Bears got to get their hands on one of those running backs. Mm-hmm. That offense is looking pretty good though. If they get Loveland and they get if they get Caleb Johnson, that's it.
That's it.
If I'm not saying I love the Loveland pick, but it makes the offense better for sure. But if they add Caleb Johnson on top of that, it's looking like the offense is pretty explosive. even Judkins. Yeah, I'll say other running Henderson. A lot of people, most people will say Henderson's the best running back available. It's close with Judkins, his teammate, but I'd say Johnson from Iowa a little bit ahead of those guys.
Double Caleb attack.
Yep. Yeah. Spelled different with a K. But that's even better. Yeah, I can see the Eagles getting... I'm going to predict Will Johnson. I could see Mike Green. I could see Donovan Ezeraku. I could see sneaky with Josh Simmons, but probably not. I could see Trey Amos, who's better than the guy the Bills just took. Could see Nick Amanwari. Could see a lot of things. Savon Rebel. Mason Taylor could be a sneaky one. They might trade Dallas Goedert. Trade up one spot to take Mason Taylor, though.
What's going on here?
I don't know. I'm curious to what.
Game Ward.
Two more picks to go here in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. It's been a tremendous night here in Green Bay. We told you before the commercial break that there had been a trade. The Super Bowl champion Eagles.
So the Eagles went up one spot. Chiefs went back one spot, and Chiefs got a 5th round pick. It's an easy one to just see on here.
Saturday, and now it appears that the Eagles have made their decision, and let's check in with the commission.
Okay. Difference is 10. This is a 5th round. It was a 5th round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are worth like 20 something. I'm thinking Will Johnson, but
2025 NFL Draft. The Philadelphia Eagles select Jihad Campbell.
oh, Campbell. They're gonna. I forgot about him. They're probably gonna play him off the edge.
Yeah, they lost Sweat.
He was an off-ball linebacker that played off the edge at time. I like him better off ball though. Like he's. Oh yeah, Nick Saban coached him. Just ignored his head coach.
Fantastic year this year. He has tremendous range, speed. He can play in or out. He never played behind the line before we moved him 2 years ago because of injuries. But he's developed.
That's the problem too with the injuries.
He could be an edge rusher. This guy, I just love this pick. I really do. I mean, this guy lit it up at the combine.
He's gonna play off the edge for the Eagles.
Oh my God.
I don't get the one spot trade up.
Why is the Chiefs clock frozen? Oh, the pick is in, that's why.
I never even put the Eagles thing up. Every team was up there except for the Eagles. I fucked them. There we go, Eagles. Eagles. He played middle linebacker, he played outside linebacker, he played off the edge, he can blitz, he can cover, he's super, super athletic. I feel like he's a little light. Sometimes that shows. The Eagles they drafted him to use him off the edge. They wouldn't have drafted him in that spot to play linebacker, and they like the linebackers they have. They just paid Bond all that money. They didn't just use a first-round pick on another one. All right, now let me put the Chiefs on. Yeah, but he's not. Yeah. He's going to play off the edge for them. And do I have the clip of him off the edge? He's going. Keep in mind, he's going in this clip. He's going against Will Campbell, who was the Patriots' 4th overall pick. But when he went off the edge against good offensive tackles, you saw stuff like this here, where you just kind of just throw him on the ground like he's nothing, right? He is going against Will Campbell, who's the 4th overall pick. He's absolutely nasty, you know. But I kind of saw stuff like that when he went against decent tackles or great tackles. Pick is in. Chiefs just went back one spot and got Simmons. What if they didn't? What if they're not taking Simmons? Could go Mike Green. Could go Ezeraku. I don't think so. They're not going to like the lack of power from Ezeraku. They could go with like a classic Chiefs-style receiver in Luther Burden. Be pretty crazy. This has got to be Simmons. It's got to be Simmons, chat. This is an A++ pick. I think the Chiefs win the day. You go home on that. Do I do... All right, chat, real quick. Normally I do... It doesn't matter what I normally do. But do I do like winners and losers tonight, where we just kind of highlight the best picks, the questionable picks, and just who won the day? Or do I do that tomorrow instead? Normally tomorrow I would grade every single first-round pick. I can do the grade. I think more people will like the grade one. If I grade all 32 picks, might take a little. I don't know if it would take longer. Todd, hate it. $4.99 through Super Chat. Appreciate you very much. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Late donation here. Just wanted to say I've been an active Goat House connoisseur for at least, it took me a second, big word, for at least 5 years. So thank you for all that you do. Best in the business. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Appreciate the donation. Really means a lot. Kind words from a lot of you guys. We've been grinding here. Always looking to do more. Instant grades, deep dive tomorrow. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I see some a little mixed, vice versa this year. Grade all 32s.
Just swap it.
Yeah, that's what I know. Some people are saying grades tomorrow. Grades tomorrow.
Grades is a longer and more in-depth video, isn't it?
Grades or winners? I don't really know.
I think grades is you have 32 to go over. Winners and losers just not as much.
Well, check out last year how long they were. Where's the length? 32 minutes on the day one winners and losers. It's 33 minutes. 38 minutes, 39 minutes. So the day one grades is a little longer. Here we go.
Wow, they did it. They did it.
Josh Simmons was injured last year. That's why he dropped down to here. He looked like he was moving fine at his pro day. He has potential to be the best tackle in the class if he's healthy. Chiefs get him at 32 while gaining a 5th round pick.
They did it. They win.
Wow.
In terms of power and quickness, ability to pass block, this guy's issues is a little laid back, makes some mental errors, doesn't always focus.
He struggles to anchor a little bit, but when he's moving forward, he's got some power. And Josh Simmons is a freak athlete. He explodes out of his stance. He gets downfield in a hurry. Just absolute steal, A+ pick from the Chiefs. Dylan Lewis, $4.99. Appreciate you, Dylan. He's definitely donated a couple times here, more than that. Lots of talk about if Loomis would give Kellen Moore the keys to the draft. Did Banks feel like a Moore pick or a Loomis? Felt like a Moore pick. definitely just building the offense line. I think if it was a Loomis pick, they probably would have taken Michael Williams or Shamar Stewart, but just building up that offensive line. Still curious if they're going to use him at tackle or guard. I wonder. I mean, people that are Saints fans probably know. They probably already heard from their guys what they're expected to do. But love the tweet. I tweeted Chiefs win, everyone go home. A lot of teams won, but I mean Simmons could end up injured, and that tweet can look like I can look like an idiot. But you trade back one spot. It's a free 5th round pick and Josh Simmons. It's pretty ridiculous. And there you have it for the first round. All right, so what the hell of video am I doing? Grades. Everyone's pretty mixed. I'm just trying to figure out what I prefer, but I gotta get going on it. So I better decide. What a draft. That was a fun one. Fun one, and we're only just getting started. The rest of the draft, I'll be live tweeting pretty much every single pick, my thoughts, and there'll be videos throughout as well. Winners and losers and more. We even cover undrafted free agency. This stream's been going for 3 hours and 55 minutes. Wow. It's a long one.
Woo!
The Limp Chubby donated again, $10. Appreciate you. Who plays left guard for the Chiefs? Yeah, they're going to have to fill that role, but they trade back on an extra 5th round pick. Remember, where'd they draft Trey Smith? They surprisingly drafted him later, so they can find that guard. They can find that guard tomorrow or even the next day, and they know how important tackle is. So, was Caliendo expected to be the left guard right now? Or Suamataya could move over. They actually might like him moving from tackle to guard, so that's a possibility as well. Yeah, Kingsley Suamatai. They're supposed to move him to guard and start him, but they need some insurance. Again, they probably get someone throughout this draft. Yeah, 4 Buckeyes picked. I mean, they were the most dominant team at the end, so it kind of makes sense. But it's a long stream. Appreciate everyone for joining us. I got to get to work on a video. I got to decide which video. It's been a long stream, yeah. Amon K donated $1.99. Thank you, Goats. Appreciate buzzer beater. Appreciate you guys. Anybody that just joined us, I appreciate you. Anybody that donated, clap it up. Really, really appreciate you. Generous. A lot of kind words. Thank you guys. Love doing this. Just love being here with the boys. What I do it for. JP made an appearance.
He did.
Good day. I got to get to work on the videos, but I think we got to sign off. Well, I'll see you guys in a little bit in a video. All right. Peace out. Thanks for watching.
Oh, the balloons, Pete.
Goodbye. Pete's got the balloons. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks to the moderators, Jacob, Cameron Sullivan. Appreciate you guys.